We're the beer drinking bros on here.
You know it. All right. Let's bring this over here.
Those other guys want to be all professional. I'm like, I'm going to drink some beer. I don't give a shit.
I gotta do the
Although I
chat.
don't put them on my synthesizers.
I don't. This is a coaster, bro.
I know, I
It's
know. I hear.
custom. Custom.
I know, but you had me and Lamar and Lamont all nervous, man.
I know. I made a song for you guys.
I know it was so funny. I was laughing, and it hurts to laugh in my back like
I
this.
don't spill. I don't spill beer barrel. That's
No, I hear you.
crimes against
Yeah, but
humanity.
he even said, "Man, your elbow." Even Marilyn's like, "Oh, your elbow's over there. Oh my God, he's gonna knock it over."
Oh, I gotta fix this. It's all back.
I was gonna say, what's
It's
this?
all backwards. Hold on, let me fix this.
You should invite some people in, make it a party.
Oh, it's trust me. There's gonna be people probably popping in my music room.
You think?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Hopefully, I won't have to cut the stream off.
Nah, really?
A bunch of honey badgers gonna come in here start saying provocative things. Oh, is it still backwards on the stream though? Hold on.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Wait, hold
Which
on.
freaks me out.
Wait, here we go. There we go. So, is this backwards?
From what you normally wait, is that your Juno X on the right?
Yeah, it is backwards.
Yeah, then
I've done messed it up, Jerry.
yeah.
I've done messed it all up.
I always said you're the guy that plays lead lines with your left hand because you're and your controllers are for right-handed people or left-handed, whatever. That left-handed people because your controllers are on the right.
All right, I got
And
it. I got it.
and it blows everyone's mind. It's like you're playing leads down there, backwards.
It's because of this. It has to be. It has to be mirrored on Discord to look normal. So it's all my buddies and stuff going, dude, you're all mirrored. And then so in the process, and then I didn't even realize it, until like people started saying it. And I looked at the screen and I'm like, oh yeah, it is backwards. I just like the angle of it,
No, the angle is awesome. I mean, everyone loves it, but it's just like, man, it's backwards. That's what I'm saying. There's so many things to kind of figure out, not to mention hooking up all the music stuff and everything that I'm going through. It's like, man, I'm not 20 years old anymore. I don't have it in my head. I don't have it in my body. I'm trying, but man, it just takes so long. I'm just not. It remind me of my dad when he got this age. He was a hardworking guy, man. He always did stuff to perfection, but as he got older, you could start seeing he was cutting corners and because he just didn't have it in him anymore.
My old man too. All right, let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. It's man, teaching old dog new tricks. It's one of those things. All right.
Okay. So your Juno X controllers are on the left. Your Juno X looks right. And your sub 37 is on the right. That is a sub 37, right?
Yeah. Okay, so the problem with this is now I got to figure out how to this. I would do it like this. Okay, there we go.
And I never knew that was your monitors doing that for your background. That's cool.
Yeah, you got to have.
You got a great angle.
I'm trying to figure out. I got a little stoned before the stream. Shame on me.
No, not wrong with that.
So if I have the stream here and then I put this here, like, whoa, here, we're doing this thing now. Bam. Okay, so bam. And then now that should, let's see if the stream will catch up now.
I don't smoke marijuana, but I eat gummies, and I'm telling you what, I have to have them because
they help for pain.
Absolutely, and if anything, it takes your mind off of it, and it's just like, I kind of like. It's not even for getting high anymore. It's more for like just being able to relax, and I don't care.
I'm not sure why. Oh, is this why? Then it's going to show this picture in there like that. Why is it doing
And
that?
while you're doing that, I'm gonna. I used to have a medical marijuana card up in PA for my glaucoma. He got some really good stuff, and I wasn't afraid of it while working because medical marijuana. I and if they won't give me pain pills and other shit, well, I got to do what I got to do. And I moved down here, and I had a big stash I brought with me, and I managed to get some good marijuana from Raleigh with some connections, and but I had to go to gummies with my COPD and stuff, and I found some good gummies that really work, and unfortunately, it's not like the good marijuana high that you got from smoking some good shit. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, it chills you out, helps with the pain. Now, like I said, I can't get right now. I'm on muscle relaxers for that damn arthritis, and I, right now all I got is a leave and marijuana. That's all I can use, and because I can't get pain pills. Even my back doctor, when I had a spinal fracture when I first moved here, he gave them to me when he diagnosed me. He gave me, I don't know, he didn't give me a whole lot, like a week's worth. And at that time, I already told him, yeah, let's go with the procedure. I don't even have to think about it. And I said, I want it done. I can't live like this. And that was when I came back. And then I said, can I have another refill until I get the procedure done? And he's like hesitating. I said, come on, man. And he worked with my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law's a retired hand surgeon. They both worked at the same place. So he knew my family, he knew my background, and he even hesitated to give them to me.
Yeah,
But he
that's
but,
too bad. It ruined
but
it.
he did. He did. He did. I said, "Come on, just tell the procedure." And then he was like astonished when I went back after the procedure. He said, "So what's your pain level now?" I said, "0." And his face lit up, and I said, "I told you. I just needed those pain pills until it was done." You know?
Right. Hey,
But they're scared. They're running scared.
and they do. People lost their jobs. They went to school for it, and then they were neglectful. Some were neglectful. Some weren't. Some were just like saying, "No, man, I'm not going to have people suffering around me." And they were like, "No, you prescribed too much." They jerked their license, took their pension away from them. So
Fucked
you,
up. They're
you
fucked up.
but hey, Unc, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Do you have the stream pulled up right now on YouTube? Do you
How
have
do I?
do you have a way to monitor YouTube and be in here at the same time? Do you have two monitors?
Yeah.
Could you pull that up? I need to work. This is what I need to do for this show we're gonna have. I got to figure out how to put us both in the
Oh, I
damn.
see you. Okay, you got a live. Oh, there you are. Okay, yeah, I see you now. I didn't know you. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know what in the heck is going on with my OBS and why this is happening. I am very confused right now on what's going on. So
well,
let's say
that's
hi
what
to
testing's all about. I mean,
conductive. How you guys doing? What's up? TC, how's it going, brother?
hey, man. Hey, guys.
It's an OPX coaster. You're right. Absolutely. Triscuits, you know it. Hey, that should be a name of our band, Uncle Jerry. Triscuits.
Triscuits.
TC just named her band.
TCO, how you doing, buddy? Conductive. They're all coming in.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back up so people can see me a little, and then you can just kind of keep an eye on the chat for us. How's that sound, brother? Until
Yeah,
just
yeah.
on our launch, and then I'll figure this out. I have
Well,
no idea. I feel like an
this is
old
what I
man
was
now.
asking about earlier. This is basically instead of using StreamYard, we're using Discord, and it's showing up on your YouTube channel. Is basically the way I'm looking at
It
it.
is, but something's going on with my OBS settings to where I've lost the ability to I have no idea why it's not broadcasting. I have no idea why it's doing this. Like, I should be able to just take you and I in a chat room, in this room that we're in, and I should just be
Yeah.
able to drag you over, us over to this monitor, and I should just be able to capture and broadcast it. And for some reason, on my picture, it's broadcasting this
Yeah.
inside my screen. So, for instance, if I go like this, hold on, and I just put my camera on. And then
I see there's a.
and then I come over here. Okay, now here. Now see. Now here we are. Maybe I'll even make it easy and I'll move it over here. Just to kind of try and fix this. See if I can fix this. And we will go capture this monitor. All right. And see, it's doing this goofy thing again, man. That is not what it's supposed to be doing. I have no idea, guys. Now, let me see. Let me go back over to the stream. See what's going on with the stream. Okay, so here's the stream. Here we at. There's a big delay. Now, if I come over here and just go. Oh, you know what? I just figured something out, Uncle Jerry. I'll just make another scene, brother. I should just be able to make another scene. Here, let's go. Plus, scenes. Window capture. Let's see. Window capture. Bam. Yes.
I can't read and type.
And then see.
How about the sunglasses?
And then there she is again, Unc. She
Got
literally.
my peepee eyes.
This stream should be called Technical Difficulties. Dude, what was up with the Justin Trudeau call tonight?
Yeah, I'm talking to Twin Cities now.
Yeah, TC, what was up with that, bro? I'm sorry, guys. This is what we're going to get until I figure this out, because I want to interact a little bit, but holy mackerel.
Yeah, that Justin Trudeau, I don't remember him calling me out. He said I got a shout out from him. Whoever, I know who Justin.
I don't think that guy gave you a shout out.
No, I don't think so either. I think I was the next caller.
You were the call. Thank God. I was just like, what? And then my dog went over there, laid next to the power cord, and unplugged my computer. Right when you came on, and then I had to reboot my computer. Or he didn't unplug it. He just laid on he went back on behind the thing and he sat on the power strip and it hit the button. I was like, no, I just listened to this. Oh my God. I was like, I just listened to these. And then guys with the campers, like the campers were cool at first. I was like badass. Cause I've been thinking about it. Cause when I go to Snowflake, here in a couple of years, my buddy's got some land and, we're going to like kind of try to make some magic happen one last time. And, I'm going to build a little teeny place, but I got to have a place for my synths. And that's what I was thinking, is like a motorhome or something, and just you gut that thing out and put the synthesizers in it. So I've been thinking about this for about 6-7 months now.
Cool. Back long ago, when I was married and my daughter was young, we went camping, and we really liked camping. And we saw these people with those, nice RVs and stuff. Not RVs, but, the camping trailers. And I thought, man, that would be fun to get into. But,
wow,
it never happened. But I'm not going to do that now, man. It's too much work. I couldn't drive one of them things now. I have a hard time driving now. I won't drive at night, just because of the glaucoma and everything and my age. But I was like, man, especially me and the guys were talking about it at work. With our jobs, all we have to do is get one of those Starlink internet things, and you put it in your vehicle and just like an RV, and you just go toward the United States, just drive around. I always wanted to do that because
Hmm.
I could actually work on the road from wherever as long as I had Starlink. But I'm
Oh,
not going to do that shit.
Uncle Jerry,
I'm not.
Uncle Jerry, is it broadcast? Just let me know. Is it broadcasting this right now on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah. I see
Both of
you.
us on YouTube though.
No, just you. Oh, you mean my channel as well as yours, or just
No,
your
no,
channel?
no, just on the YouTube stream because this
Yeah,
is
yeah. I see you.
you just see me. That is
Just
so.
yeah.
Why?
I just see you.
Why is it reverting back to that channel? Oh my goodness sakes. Okay, well, guys.
You're the expert here, man.
Well, obviously not. Um, yeah,
See, this is the kind of stuff I like to try to figure out, and then
I got
you
an
know, as you move.
update today, a couple updates, and there's a couple things different, like the sound tonight. Bringing you in. That normally just comes in. That's
Yeah,
what I use my mixer for, so I can just use a slider on my voice channel. So that was really weird, not having your sound and then having to reroute. So I had to
yeah.
reroute to that channel just to
But it
bring you in.
seems like after I rebooted and fired everything up fresh, um, everything clicked. I could hear myself through the headphones. So that was progress. But now I don't understand. You're the one in control, I guess. Um, it
I know we were both in earlier, TC, but what's happening is it'll play and then it'll just be chilling there for, about 4 or 5 seconds. And then it'll just start it'll turn my picture into the chat with a bunch of infinity screens going into it. And it's like, huh? So I'm just like, here's gremlins, little gremlins about, hold on. I'm trying to get Uncle Jerry on here though. Let me see. What?
I I encounter gremlins every step I take anymore, hooking this stuff up and trying to get shit to work. I just like, god damn, everything's a struggle. Not a struggle, but it's just like just a pain in the ass. And I can't even go back and wire cables now with my goddamn back acting up like this. I just can't do it. And it's like, thank God I have half of it wired up. I mean, more than half of it. And I want to get into some MIDI testing and things in there, but I just haven't been in there. I kind of gave it up over the holidays. I wasn't feeling good and all kind of crap. And I'm slowly getting back into it. I took my YouTube studio out of the living room and I'm moving it back into the studio. Changed my mind. I said, since Samurai inspired me, he said, just you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have things ready in the background. Just the thing is now is go live. Just be you. And that's what I've been about all along on my channel. Just be you, whatever. Have nothing to hide. Clear conscience. Have fun. And that's the thing.
Yeah,
Get loose
exactly.
to you. Loose to
Exactly.
you for a minute.
I am
Yeah.
so confused, Unc, why this is not working.
Twin City says it was both of us there for a
I
bit.
know, and then it just does an infinity screen. So there, right there, it should be right there. We should both be in there, and that is so strange that it's doing that.
I wonder if it's in Discord because I see me and your screen's kind of messed up. It's like I don't know.
Now, see right there, that is really, 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 really strange. That's all I gotta say is because it's just kind of
Thank-
strange that it's doing this. I've never seen it do this before.
Thanks, Twin Cities. It's almost finished. Got to get the ceiling done and painters in here, and that'll be finished off. Appreciate that. Then I move into the living room, in the bedroom. Oh God, and it's just so much work.
Do you have any gear moved into your room right now?
Oh, my studio's all there. I've been moving. I had the Juno X and the controller and the ambient O in the living room. I was going to do a little mini YouTube. I just didn't. I didn't like it with the green screen and all that. I just like, I want this out of here. I want a living room and I want a studio. So if I'm jam packed in a studio, I'm just going to live with it. I think it's better just to just be yourself and not try to look professional and have everything in the background perfect. Just just do your thing, whatever it's going to be. I had ideas of showing what I'm using, how I hooked it up, why I hooked it up that way. Um, and again, I'm still in testing mode. And again, I think everybody knows that I've said it enough time. This is a retirement project. It was nothing that was supposed to be rushed. It was like, you know, I enjoy setting it up. I enjoy setting it all up as much as and playing with it and getting it all to work
Mm-hmm.
almost as much as I enjoy playing. So I'm not rushing myself. And I think it was Samurai. I said, I think I jumped into YouTube too fast. But he said, no, man, just you're ready, just do. And then as you go along, just you know, and that's kind of the stance I took. It's like, yeah, why am I rushing my retirement project when in the evenings I enjoy going in there and pissing around, testing this MIDI routing and different sounds, and it just there's a lot, and I got a huge learning curve on a lot of gear. Um, and the only reason I did that, and I think I made that known too, is when I sold my house and bought this place. I made out pretty good, and first time in my life I had money to just go get the synths I always dreamed of, and like the OB8X and
Yeah,
the
it's a monster.
it's a monster, and the Prophet 5 40th
A
anniversary.
monster.
Those were the two.
Monsters. These are real synthesizers. Now we're talking real
Yeah,
synthesizers. These are.
it truly was a nostalgia thing for me. Um, Never played Oberheims in my past, but I did play Prophet Fives.
God,
Never owned one.
they sound so great though.
Oh,
It's just
can
that.
you imagine? Can you imagine? We were friends with a band in a town we were playing a long time ago, back in the '80s. I was in college. We played a 2-week gig in the summer, um, and there was another band. There was only a couple places on that strip that had bands, and lo and behold, the hours were different, and we met this band from across the street, and then 2 weeks on the road, you're just hanging out, and it's like, come on, let's go all jam together the next day. So we went over to their place, and he had a Prophet 5. He said, go ahead, man, have fun. And I was like, oh my God, if I only had this thing, you know?
Mm.
I'm like, I suck. I need this. But of course, I was in college. I had no money. Even though I was working all the time, I worked, played in a band for money, and obviously Prophet 5. What'd they cost back in? 4,000, maybe more. I don't know. But it is like out of the question. Out of the question. I just couldn't do it.
I was blown away when I started playing music. Started playing music young, but was never interested. Well, more interested in sports and stuff. But I would say,
Yeah.
in my teenage years, I started playing electric guitar. All my friends, they played sports with me, and they all played guitar. And I was like, and it's like, dude, you're a dummy, dude. And that sounds absolutely, it's like you're playing Eddie Van Halen. What's going on here?
Hey,
It's
man,
like,
there you go.
you're a dummy. And then I was just like, I had all these guitar friends. So, and then I had a Harmony. I got like a Harmony after, not when they were made in America, but when they got sold off like 3 times, So it was like an 89 Harmony. And it was like a Strat style, and it had all right action, but I mean, the strings were way off the frets, and one of those deals. And that's what I learned how to play the guitar on. And then,
Huh.
My buddies, they all played with like ESPs and Jacksons and stuff like that, but they were all like mid-range ones, so they were like $300-400 guitars, at best. And then I played a Les Paul. It was a 79 Les Paul Studio. And this guy, Greg Rohrback, that was my neighbor. And he was amazing guitarist. And he had all these guitars, and he had this guitars. And he was like, have you ever played Les Paul before? And I was like, no, man, of course not. And he's like, check this out. And I couldn't believe what was happening there. I couldn't believe that when I was putting my fingers on the strings that lightly, like I almost felt that day, that was the day that I realized, oh, I need to start playing guitars. I was like, I haven't
Yeah.
really been playing like really, and then I was still like a Jackson dude. So then I went and like started playing like the, going to Guitar Center and playing, the top end soloists and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is a different ball game completely, because it's all about action at the end of the day, and
Right.
how fast you can get off the licks.
Yeah. I took a few guitar lessons off my brother. He's a good guitar player, but it wasn't for me. I got fat, stubby fingers, and I know the guitar I was, I don't remember what it was, but I remember him getting a Les Paul, a black one. Um, he got it for Christmas. He already had one. He had a couple. I'm not a guitar guy, so I don't know. But that black Les Paul, and I sat down and played a couple of chords, and I was like, "Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about." I mean, ooh. But
Just how they're just like they're just razor paper thin above the frets, the strings, and
yes, yes,
the
yes.
construction, and with the bow in the neck, and the solid body, and just the way the tone is, just the tone is not plugged in,
Yeah,
and the biggest complaint about the guitar is the weight. Well, it should
yeah.
be, and it should be heavy as far as I'm concerned. You
And the
know,
Les Pauls are kind of heavy.
they are. They're tanks, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I remember. Like I said, not a guitar player at all, but I fell in love with that Les Paul, and I was going to buy an acoustic and learn, but again, I've got short, fat, stubby fingers. Now with arthritis, it's not even possible. It was too uncomfortable for me to feel comfortable playing the guitar. And I already been taking piano lessons since a kid.
And the arthritis, that's why I started playing the keys, Jerry. Is my arthritis is so bad from the glass blowing all these years that my left hand is like, I just can't play like I used to. And it's like I know all the chords, I know all the scales, and it's just like my fingers just don't work, And even with the keys, it's even hard for me to play the keys with my left hand.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Uh,
that's why I hold a beer with my left hand and I play with my right hand, because my right hand still works.
I, 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 I understand. It's frustrating because I was playing a lot before I moved here, and then moving here with everything going on, and getting the studio set up and stuff. I still didn't play much. I still haven't played much. I mean, I play, but not much before I can tell the difference. I get rusty, and I know it'll come back, but it's just a matter of getting back in to really concentrate. I mean, I asked somebody on the source site, Scotty down there in Scotland, out there in Scotland.
Oh,
I
great
said, "You ever
guy,
hear?"
great guy, great guy. I love
Yeah,
that
he
guy.
is. He
Love that
really is.
guy.
And I posted, Firth of Fifth by Genesis. And if you ever
Oh,
heard that
yes,
song,
yes, yes.
that's a open, starts out with all that piano. I actually had that learned when I was living back home.
Nice.
If you asked me to play it right now, I'd be like,
Well, when I
I
started
can't.
playing the keys, like I learned all these like little ditties and jingles and like, all these little
Yeah.
classics. And it's like I've already forgotten half of them, and then I'll think about it. It's like, oh, yeah, I learned that. And then I'll be like, huh? And then I'll literally be like, what? And then I'll be, huh? And then I'll be like, and then it's like, and then I go through this whole process and it's like, oh, I forgot about that. I'm neglecting that in my learning process. All these things are something that I should be playing every day until they're
Yeah.
ingrained in my soul. Don't move
Yeah.
on to another piece because you're going to forget about the piece that you learned and you didn't practice.
See, that's the thing. I used to be so sharp, playing 4 hours every night, off the top of my head, just playing by ear, playing everything I learned. I can't do that anymore. People say you want to, because down here, my brother's a drummer. He plays in church all the time, but he also, had a band down here, and I came down 10 years ago or more, longer than 10 years ago, and we learned a bunch of songs long distance. And I came down, so I met a guy named Tony Glenn. He's a guitar player. He's really good, and a bass player named Barry Bean, um, another bass player named Rodney Klein. So I know a couple of really good musicians, here, and we had talked about before I moved here to maybe instead of doing the late night bar scene, there's like wineries and unique things to do around here, Market Square and stuff, and mainly wineries. Like do a Sunday afternoon gig, um, 3 to 4, 3 to 5, whatever. And I was into that, but I just couldn't do it. My back was all fucked up, and with all the COPD problems, and I think I posted a video about the mold poisoning incident.
Oh yes,
Yeah, that really fucked me up bad. So there was a lot of hurdles since I've moved here, and now my lifestyle's getting back to what I call normal. And it took a long time.
Yeah, it
And
takes. Sometimes if you get sick, Unc, it takes a long time to recover. That's the thing. It's
I mean, I was in a hospital twice since I moved here for pneumonia. And,
That's not good.
Yeah, that fucks you up.
Unc.
No, that fucks you up. Then they threw me into a week of rehab because this was from the mold poisoning. I went through a week of rehab after the hospital in a stay-in facility, physical rehab and all this crap, and because that mold poisoning kicked my fucking ass because with COPD you're already compromised, and black mold and all the mold that was in that kitchen back there before I had it remodeled was the cause of it. And I had blood tests done, and it even the one doctor I'm seeing. So that explains your odd blood work in the hospital. I'm like, you didn't see that, but anyhow, yeah, I had some really fucked up blood work when I was in there. Turns out
houses can be deadly, bro. You move into a
this house was killing me,
dude,
because it started as soon as I moved in here. I was fine, other than my back hurting, and found out that I had a spinal fracture. And he said, "How'd you do that?" I said, "I have no clue."
Are you on your feet? Were you on your feet for a long time during your career, like when you were doing computer engineering and stuff like that?
Back in the day, past 12 years, no, it's all sitting.
You did you did fire systems, right? Too.
What's that?
I said, did you do like low voltage systems too, or like when you were training in, or was it all on like an IT based?
All IT based. And I started my career with IBM. I moved to Vermont and moved up to a plant up there, up in Burlington, Vermont, Essex Junction, Vermont, actually. And that's right by Burlington. Spent a couple years up there, and then it was a good start. It was a good foot in the door, but then my dream was to become a systems engineer. So I had to fight my way out of there, and I managed to get a position in Cleveland, Ohio, and which is about 3 hours from my hometown, which was a lot better because I could literally drive home on the weekend if I want to see people and family. But yeah, I did that for 14 years, and then things at IBM changed, and I left.
Yeah,
and I went.
When'd you leave IBM? 87.
87.
Yeah, that's when it went to shit. But they were like weren't they like so heavily, like they dumped a lot of stock into Microsoft when it was a baby, right? And then they did that thing where IBM. So my parents had a little come up. It was able to pay for all the medical. And Dad probably had about 600,000 in the bank, and everything was paid for. But my little brother had hydrocephalus and spina bifida.
Oh man!
And was never able to talk. He was always in diapers, and had a cleft hand and stuff. And he was a great little kid, and it was so expensive, even with the medical insurance, especially in the 70s and 80s. Carter and Reagan, they tried to do their part. They had really great intentions. They had great intentions. It's just politically and what needed to be done in certain areas and certain things. An American leader should always put America first. And this is really, really crazy to me that I've watched this my whole life, is that, and I'm all for helping everybody. And
Right.
listen, once we're stable, we'll help you. But we can't just be like, oh, I'm starving, I'm going to have a roll. Oh, you're starving too, I'm just going to give you my roll.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
There's no, and it's like a deep-seated hate almost that's been, because you can't get us from the outside, That's what the Cuban Missile Crisis was about and everything. You got to get the missiles close to us. Dude, the game would have changed if Russia would have never sold Alaska to us, dummies. Dummies. Yeah. So that's the thing about America that makes us, because it's hard to get the missiles to us. You gotta bring a submarine. You gotta get to Cuba.
Yeah,
you gotta get to somewhere. Now they got these hypersonic missiles that supposedly will get to us, which very possible, right? However, we have so many deterrent systems to where we can scramble a jet, shoot a laser beam at it, disable it, and it'll fall in the ocean before it gets to our shores. So
what do they call that? Countermeasures?
Scramble drill countermeasure.
Countermeasures.
Yeah, there's scramble drill countermeasure. So it's just, it's one of those things that, it's all good, but they have to get us from the inside, Unc. Our enemies have to infiltrate our schools and teach our kids nonsense. They have
Don't you think that's already been done?
This is what I'm talking. But not anymore. The roosters have come home to roost. Chickens come home to roost, Bobby Boucher.
And I've never been happier for a long time.
Oh my goodness sake, dude! I couldn't believe I bought a roast tonight for $7.50 that I was paying $40 for.
Yeah.
And then in my left estate, it literally says this. It says this in the grocery store. Everything but the chicken, besides that bullshit that's going on with the chicken still, with the chicken flu and all that, So the chickens are a little low, but all the beef, bro, all the lamb, all the bison, all of it, 50% off presidential orders. It says on all the beef at the grocery store. Right
Get out of here!
I'm not bullshitting you.
That's nuts,
dude. They were charging me fucking $12 for a pound and a quarter of 15 to 20% ground beef.
That I know, I saw that.
That is absolutely, bro. Come on, bro. Come on.
Or even going through a drive-through, grabbing a burger and fries. It costs you $10.
Oh, and they got ridiculous with this. Like, you got 10,000 cows in this cheeseburger, and you're acting like it's top sirloin that you're charging me. I was like, you guys are getting this for hay pennies on the dollar. It's got, hey, Rourke, how's it going, man? Sorry, Rourke, and TC, and everybody, that's kicked it with us. I'm sorry. I'll figure out my camera shit. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm going to work on it. Tomorrow when I get up, I'm going to work on it.
I didn't see Rourke come in. You caught that. I was kind of watching, but yeah, it's nuts, but it's going to get all corrected. And we're on the right track.
We are. We are on the right track. Absolutely.
The one thing I fucking hate, excuse my French, when the lockdown occurred, I just felt like my intelligence was insulted from day one with what I was seeing on the news.
Where were you when the lockdown? Because I was on the West Coast.
Up in PA. I was up in PA.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, on the West Coast, it was brutal. It was so close to Nazi Germany at times. Like, it was... Dude, there was sectors in Oregon that they were making people put masks on their cats and dogs when they went out and walked them. Dude, they got batshit crazy out here, dude. And it's like, bro, bro, like, I had this hazmat suit, you know, for when we do heavy pesticides in the chestnut fields, and I had an M3 black and like Darth Vader. And dude, I was so pissed off one day. They were making us put masks, and everybody was acting. Dude, I straight up went to the grocery store in a hazmat, fucking yellow hazmat suit, and that fucking $400 fucking respirator mask on, and dude, people were shit fucking spooked. Bro, they were tripping out. I was like, and I'm sitting there laughing my ass off. I'm just fucking laughing inside. I'm like, yeah, you motherfuckers. This is what you get. This is what you get. You fucking scary motherfuckers. I'm a scary motherfucker. Oh, fuck. Dude, that mask, dude. And then, of course, me, I'm old school. You know, I'm going to put a cloth diaper on my kid. I'm going to put cloth diapers. It's going to cost me $15,000 in fucking in handkerchiefs to put on this little motherfucker's ass. So imagine what I was doing with the mask, cloth mask. You know what I mean. I wasn't wearing no Z1342. You suck my balls, bitch.
Hey, listen, I got two things. When I left home to work it up at IBM, it was in a semiconductor manufacturing plant, and I worked in the failure analysis department. I would analyze why things failed, you know, when they went out. And it was cool. Got to work with scan electron microscopes and chemicals.
Sweet, like radiographs and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
man. We had everything.
Dude,
and I was 22 years old, and being a nerd as a kid, I was in heaven. It was like, I can't believe they're paying me to just play. And all I got to do is find a problem and give it to them. And it was like, it was great. Plus, all of us were single in my department. So I had a great crew to go out with. You know, being alone from home, man, we went and partied all the time. And just a great time. I was homesick, I'll admit, but it was a great time. But anyhow, what drove me crazy about the freaking masks was when you work on semiconductors, things are measured in microns. Okay?
Right.
Not feet, not yards, microns. It's a measurement system to measure things very, very, very small. And the masks that people were wearing, or the cloth things, or whatever.
If you could smell a fart through that motherfucker, the coronavirus is smaller than a fart particle.
It's there. It's there.
Like, that's what I was telling people. I was like, listen, I was like, if somebody farted and you were wearing that mask, could you smell the fart? And they'd be like, oh, well, of course. I was like, well, that dude, you're talking about a virus. The virus is fucking literally 1,000 times fucking smaller than a fart particle.
And that's what I was saying. Knowing microns, I looked at the masks that people were wearing, and I looked at the micron size of the virus or corona or whatever. It goes right through the mask. It's just the filtering of the mask, the filtration system's too big, and the virus just goes right through.
And dude,
nobody would listen to me.
No, there's a lot of people that already knew that, even the dummies. That's why they got so scared when I rolled into that grocery store with that hazmat suit on and that mask and that H3 mask on. They were like, what? And the only thing that would have been scarier is if I had like an AR-15 on my back or something. Like, I mean, they were tripping out, bro. Like, and it's like, dude, you guys are gonna be like, you know, but that mask was so stupid, dude. They better not try. I don't think they'll be able to pull it off again. Like, but dude, they got away with bloody murder, dude, in business and law and everything from that. I was like, wow, I can't believe they just pulled this off and we let them do it.
Exactly. That was the way I felt. No, I took the afternoon off to visit my mother yesterday afternoon. They're all wearing masks over there. And, you know, she's in a facility, and they're all wearing masks. I'm like, what a bunch of idiots, you know? Just,
they mask, dude, like literally 25% of, and I live in I live out in the woods. It's very right leaning. It's very, like, freedom and that. And they're just brainwashed. Like a quarter of them are brainwashed. And
Yeah.
dude, Thanksgiving comes and they mask up until March, until spring. And they go outside. Great time for bank robbers. So stupid.
No, I'm serious though. Not that I'm some brainchild. I'm not big brains like Uncle Chrome, but I'm telling you, that insulted my fucking
Bro,
intelligence to no end.
10 years before that, cops would have been pulling their guns on you. They would have been saying, take your mask off. And you're like, no, there's germs. And they'd be like, take your mask off right now. You know it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Could you imagine walking into the grocery store in 2018 with a mask on like that? Like looking like a bandit, like an old Western bandit?
And how about the arrows they put on the grocery? You can only walk down this aisle this way. And don't let anybody be in that aisle when you're shopping.
Bro, dude, when they started putting the markers on the floor, I was like, we built for China, making China strong. I was like, what in the world is this communist shit right here? It's like they're footsteps. It's like literally footsteps, like Squid Game. Go down this aisle, come down this aisle, stop. It's like stop, adjust your mask. I was like, bro, I'm just trying to get a stick. I'm not trying to fight to the death for like $500,000. Pay my gambling debts. Like, what's weird?
I know. And you know what? When I'm one of 5 kids. Okay, I got a sister that's 10 years older than me. A brother that's 7 years older than me. Another sister that's 4 years older than me, and a brother that's 10 years younger than me. But anyhow, I just first moved here, and my mom was living with my sister because I bought this place off my mom. She moved in with my sister, and I bought this place and took it over. But we all got together. I mean, this is as soon as I moved here. I haven't seen my sister in like a long time. So we're all there in my sister's house, my other sister's house, kitchen. Everybody's gathered around. All the siblings, my mom, everybody's happy. And my sister comes in, the older one. She has rubber gloves on.
Oh, my goodness. Yellow ones? Like for scrubbing?
They were actually blue and a mask. And when she walked in and saw us without masks on, she went, oh, I can't stay here. It wasn't like, hi, Jared. It wasn't like.
Dude, people were completely like fucking hypnotized by the brainwashing. It was crazy.
Oh, she left.
Bro.
She left. She went right back out the door, and I just looked, and I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I'm like, seriously? Seriously? I mean, she's that far gone that she can't even come in and say hi, give me a hug. Haven't seen her for years.
Well, you got to understand that they instilled fear. This is how they did it. This is how they did it. Listen, Jerome, you were there. Before it hit the States, they were dumping, and it was because Taiwan was trying to save their trade deal, and China renegotiated. I would just say renege, but people would think that's racist. But renege means they renegotiated without a renegotiation. That's what that means.
Yeah.
And then they had a 50-year trade deal with Taiwan, and China stole it. And then the Taiwanese people were literally like, no, this is ours. And we got 37 years left. And the Chinese government dumped nerve agent on these people. Don't you remember? They were having grand mal seizures in the street. They were like, oh, COVID-19, oh, COVID-19. Grand mal seizures in the street, nerve agent. I never seen anybody die in America with a grand mal seizure like that, nerve agent like that. I mean, that was crazy. So they planted that seed in the American people's brains. They literally planted that seeds in our brains. And we saw this on the news and we're like, oh, this is crazy. And then literally the next week later, like before like subject 1 hit the States, they were literally boarding people in their house. It's like they were zombies, like infected zombies. Like, and the propaganda through the American media, through the Chinese, was crazy. And then it was like, and it was scary. I never seen anything like that. I was like, I was looking at it and I was like, there's no way that there's some kind of virus that is doing this to people. I was like, this would eradicate the world within a couple of years. I was like, if this is true. And they were killing dogs and cats, and they were like, oh, and it's like, it always, COVID comes from bats, of course, genetically engineered in a lab. Sorry, guys, that's the way it is. They're simulating bad food practices from wet markets that we've learned over the last 2,000 years. This is what these people do. It's called biological weapons.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what the first biological weapon was, Jerry? So in the medieval times, they would take their dead opponents, and they would gather them up, and then they would put them on the catapults, and then catapult them onto the people. So all their dead, rotting flesh and bones and stuff would hit them. That was the first biological warfare recorded in human history. Human history. We've probably been through this a couple times. Hey, attorney, what's up, boys? What's up, bro?
Hey, I'm going to step aside for a piss break real quick.
Hey, listen, and when you come back, you got to entertain the chat, because I got to take a piss, too, when you come back.
All right, piss break, guys. Paulo and I are the beer drinkers of the community.
They do have insane technology. Here, let me see. Try and get to. Is Conductive still in here? I wonder if Conductive is still in here. Jerry is like, after these messages, we'll be right back. George G's, how's it going, brother? I'm sorry I got you on the little monitor, and I am blind from 30 years of glass blowing. Contemporary Lamberg, and let me see here. Let me come over here. Damn, I need a beer. You know what? Can't you DoorDash a beer, Georgie? I'm sorry about my camera, George and attorney. And I'm having some OBS issues, so I just got Jerry into the cord, all of his camera settings right in Discord now. His mic is crispy, all set up, so Jerry's good to go. I just had some things on my end happening, like I had to make a channel to bring Jerry in when he normally comes in on OBS, like everything from my system, everything from my GoXLR comes in, so. And I was getting tone on my interface, no tone with all the channels open on OBX. So I was like, okay. He's like, I'm getting the case tomorrow. All right. Yeah, sorry, it's a beer 30 around here, Jorge. Hey, watch, I'm going to be the only one that puts a track in this week for the Kumite, because we all have a week off, and I'm going to win the belt because you guys are all going to get TK'd because the Red Mantis actually got one of Sammy's clones and made him say that, made Sin Samurai say that we had the week off, but it actually wasn't Sin Samurai. It was the Red Mantis clone that was like Invasion of the Body. It was Invasion of the Body Suckers, guys, right there on the back. Little Red Mantis. And you guys are all going to get DQ'd, and I'm going to win this thing. I'm going to win this whole thing, boys. You guys are not going to submit a track. My track's almost done. I'm going to put it in tomorrow, I think. And then I'm just going to be clean sailing to that bill. Because the Red Manus got you this week. You watch, all of you. None of you will. I'll be the only one that submits, and then he'll pop up and he'll be like, man, the Red Manus got me, but I'm back. He's like, how come Apollo's the only one with a track? Nice attorney. Uncle Jerry, come on, buddy. I gotta take a piss too, buddy.
All right, back.
Okay, there he is. All right, Jerry, entertain the chat for a second while I go.
All right, your turn.
While I go.
The beer bros, piss bros. Twin Cities. No, this is the first time we've done this. It's the first time Apollo called me. I don't know if you're talking to me or them. I don't know what's going on here. Next time. I'm behind here. Don't forget to. I set up a live stream for Sunday, February 23rd, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna try to do a pregame tailgate party for Sin Samurai Kumatai 25. This one is this was number 4, Last Man Standing. It was great last week if you guys were there. Some great stuff. Apollo did it, man. Apollo did a nice tune. Really nice. He blew everyone away. Oh. Yeah, I was wondering who you were talking to. I didn't think it was me. So again, this was pretty much like a test night. This is my first time on Discord. Apollo walked me through on how to do it. I think I know how to do it now. I was just learning StreamYard for the pregame tailgate party. I don't know if music will come in. I think I got it set up for that. All right, George, man. Be glad to have you there. Make sure you jump in live. We'll all have fun. How long I've been rocking? Since a kid. Started playing in a band in high school. Well, I always played in school bands. Played trumpet, junior high, senior high.
All right. Oops, what a bad host. I didn't even switch it to Jerry's camera. Boy, I'm a re-row.
I hope you don't mind. I'm recruiting people for the tailgate party. Pre-game.
Oh, absolutely. Dude,
party.
Listen, this is going to be the biggest. This is going to be like Dallas Bills Super Bowl tailgate. Are you kidding me? What are you talking about?
I had this idea. I had the idea a long time ago. I just wasn't able to make it work. And
I kind of get Yancey too, like, you know, after Soar leaves, you know, like you, I kind of get Yancey, and I was like, damn, I don't want the party today.
yeah, that's just it. It's like,
but there's also hype for like, dude, the Kumite is hype, bro. Like I enjoy it. I enjoy listening to all the different music. I enjoy trying to challenge myself and making people smile. Like I really enjoy it, you know. So it's like, you know, I really like it. Dude, that thing with what Samurai was saying today, like Soar against Renegades, against Pro Synth Network. Dude, Robbie and Kent blow our asses out of the water. the biggest torpedo you ever seen. I mean,
I stabilized it.
Holy mackerel. Oh, look at that.
I stabilized
we can see
I was wondering why it's so goddamn blurry all the time.
We can see your beautiful remodeled kitchen.
There you go. Almost done. Got to get the ceiling done and get it painted. This is all tiled back here.
You're Catholic, Jerry?
Yeah. I don't go to church anymore. I've tried so many even when I left home at 22, I tried so many Catholic churches up in Vermont. Did the same thing in Cleveland. Came back home to PA and spent a lot of my years back in my hometown.
Yeah, you know why? You know why I asked you that, right?
You saw the cross on my wall.
Well, I saw the crucifix on your wall.
Crucifix,
I'm like Samurai, but opposite. You know, like you said about my thumbnail. He's like, "Hey, great thumbnail," except for I live on a flat Earth, and that's a round Earth behind you. So you know, let's see what he's got.
Yeah.
Where I saw that, it's like, well, I have my God off the cross. You know, so that's always the thing, you know, where it's just, like, and listen, you know, it's like, but I gotta tell you, I had friends that grew up Roman Catholic and other, and bro, I gotta tell you, some of the creepiest places I've ever been into are Catholic churches.
Oh man.
And it's like, I love the Lord. I grew up with the Lord. So the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. But I got to tell you, he would say, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. You know, I got divorced from my daughter's mother a long time ago. And then I remarried and met a great girl. And she treated my daughter was growing up and treated her like her own daughter. She was wonderful. And as part of it, you know, she knew I wanted to introduce religion into her life. And so we did, and we took her to church. They had vacation Bible school. Now, I'm a religious guy, but I don't go to church. And there's a reason for it. I mean, a lot of reasons.
Of course.
For one, over the years, you know, just
I think that
I might get a lot of flack for this.
I think your relationship should be between you and your God, and I don't think anybody else should give you or tell you advice or how to talk to your God or have a relationship, because it's your destiny, and that's a beautiful thing. If you believe in the Judeo-Christian God, that's the beautiful thing about it, is that we have free will. We're allowed to do whatever we want, and we are threatened with this thing that does not exist on this plane.
Well, I treat religion like I treat other people. I'll be honest with you. I have so many things going on up here. I'm busy. Yeah, I'm aging and I move slow, but I have enough going on up here, and I'm trying to live my life. I'm working up to retirement. I'm more worried about I don't have time to give a fuck what you people do. I don't, but why do people have to know what the fuck you're doing all the time? I don't live that. Same with religion.
Same with reality shows. Do you remember when the first reality show dropped? Do you remember when Fear Factor dropped and we were like, what the hell is going on here? They're eating cockroaches. And I
remember that.
Bro, it was like literally like, dude, and we were hooked. Even before, like most of us with common sense, we were still hooked for 2 or 3 years, weren't we? We're like, oh my God. And they were throwing it at us because that's what we want to see. We want to see the nuts and bolts, you know, as people. Yes. We want to see. That's why you and I love systems reality. That's why we love. And listen, Sin Samurai, he has a niche. He's doing like this little character and stuff, but he's been doing it so long that he can't pop out. And we know who Sammy is. We know who he is as a person, you know.
Right.
And he's not like, he'll hype some stuff up, but he believes everything that he says. He's not a liar. He's not he's not fake. He's completely and he's the only transparent person on the internet, bro. He is, and this is why it's like, it's like wrestling and stuff, and it's like cool, you know. But at the same time, you know, what he's doing is light years ahead of what a lot of people are doing. To where even the experts are like, this is good. I love it.
I kept telling him, I said, man, you're going to go pro one day. Because I'm on a group chat with Samurai, EchoCraft, and Synthpunk. Okay. I mean, and he just texted me tonight, Samurai did. And he like congratulate me, you know, I'm going live now. Excuse me. But he truly is a great guy. He's a good guy.
Dude, he's Sin Samurai, dude. You got a heart as big as your flat Earth, and bro, we love you for it.
Absolutely.
We love you for it, bro. And
you're talking about Samurai, right?
Yeah, you just keep doing. Yeah, because he lives on a flat Earth, and you and I live in another dimension.
I know.
But you and I are crazy, Jerry. So we live way in a different dimension. Our world is actually round. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
See, I'm a scientific glass blower, and I'm a contemporary lamp worker. And blowing glass and forming glass is a very, very similar to where and how the Earth and the planets were made. And so you got a blob of fucking crap, and you putting it on axis fast enough, and you're spinning it around on axis fast enough, it turns into a ball.
Right.
You know, so I've seen this with my own eyes. I've been high enough in a plane to where I've seen the curvature of the Earth. You know, I've experienced these things in my life, you know, my 50 years. So it's like, you know, but I was lucky to, you know, so I was lucky to, you know, my uncle worked on the SR-71 at Nellis Air Force Base before it was retired.
Oh, man.
And when I was 12, 13 years old, I'd go out and he'd do tours, and he'd get like, you know, like the lieutenants and stuff to walk me around and, you know, talk to me. And then I was just kind of like a crowd favorite. You know, I was just like kid that everybody liked, you know, because I wanted to be a pilot, you know, but I just didn't have the brains for it. The math and the, you know, and it was like I had the math for it. I could have got it done, but it's just, I don't think I would have been able to pull the G's. You know, I don't, you know. I could pull some G's, you know. I could pull a couple of G's, you know, on a skateboard, on a ramp, you know, growing up and, you know, getting knocked out of a sideline of football and stuff like that. But
right.
But nothing like, you know, pulling like 15, 16 G's, you know.
Could you imagine that?
Bro, to where you just feel like your fucking brain is in your ball sack.
Dude, I could never
listen,
do that.
and I know I couldn't do it because dude, about 8 years ago, 9 years ago, I think I was 41. I just turned 41. And I had this girlfriend, she was 31. And she was banging, and she was rowdy, and she was badass. And it got to a point to where, like, we were talking about her being a cage fighter. She was that athletic.
Jeez.
You know, to where it's like, you know, and she liked the UFC, and she liked that. And then, you know, out in Gresham, Oregon, it was right across the street, you know, where we were, to Team Quest. And that's, you know, some of the greatest UFC fighters, you know, and it's just an open dojo. So you go in and watch people fight, and, you know, and I was like, you should go in there and, you know, do a little trade. And she was, you know, get kind of, but this girl, she wanted all the smoke, Jerry. All of it, in the bed, in life, food, cities, the biggest roller coasters, skydiving, bungee jump. She bungee jumped off a fucking hot air balloon. I couldn't even fucking believe it, bro. I was just like, what in the flying fuck? This,
no,
you know, but I mean, that's the kind of girl this was. You know what I mean?
Not for me.
Dude, real hard to keep up with. Like, dude, put white whiskers on your chin quick.
That is definitely someone I would not. No, I can't even ride roller coasters, man.
Dude,
I freaked out.
And she took me on this thing that spins around and goes upside down, and it looks like Thor's hammer, and it's just like, dude, and bro, I thought I was gonna die. Man. And of course, I got really stoned before I went to the park and had a couple beers.
I was too young the first time I went to get stoned. You know, I was young. My first girlfriend, I don't know, 8th grade, 9th grade. Man, dude, I was in love with it. That was my first love.
Dude, we went to we got this big amusement park, bro, just to finish my story. And dude, all I could do after that was recover for fucking an hour and a half. And then bumper cars and fucking roller skating. That was it. and the roller skating was sketchy. And even though I roller skate, it's like, listen, man, this is dude, it like I could feel my brain pressed up against the side of my skull after after 2 hours of being in this thing. It just like, dude, it's like pulling like 3 Gs this thing. And it does it forever. It's not like a fighter pilot where you only do it for a second. Oh no, it's like we're gonna spin you in a. I go round, round, baby, round, baby, round.
No. You know what I could do? You ever see them chambers where they blow air on you and you kind of float around like you're in the sky? You ever seen those? It just blows this super fans or whatever, and it blows you up, and you're like weightless. You're just like kind of flying around in this room.
Yeah.
Now, I could do that, but no.
That actually has like, you got to have friction the whole time to do that, So once you don't have friction on half of your body, you just fall down to the mat.
Well, I think they wear a suit or something. They have some kind of thing that
it's just
stretches them out.
It's kind of like that. It's just a big fan under a net, bro.
I know. Anyhow, back to the roller coasters. First time I ever went, it was called Kennywood Park in Pittsburgh. I went with my girlfriend. We went. I don't know if it was a school thing or what. I don't know. But we went. I just know there's a group. We got on a goddamn thing, and I kept putting my head behind her back. I was like scared shitless, and she's laughing. So after that, I said, "Why don't we go ride the rowboats?" That's what we did. We rode the little rowboats around the little fucking stream, just like when I went to Disney World. Where I work, they give you award programs every year. I got to go to Disney World a couple times on work time.
Nice.
And, it's fun doing all that shit, Epcot, all that crap. You know what I love the most? There's a place called Typhoon Lagoon, and it's water slides and a lazy river, and you can get beer and go float on your little tube
on the lazy river.
With your beer.
Bro,
I said, now that's me.
Cheers, bro. Cheers on those inner tubes. Cheers. We would be like Lemon Pepper Steppers on the lazy river. We should write a song called Lemon Pepper Steppers on the lazy river. What the?
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm laid back. I can't do that excitement shit.
What's up, Mr. Justin the Man? Hey, everybody shout out to Mr. Justin the Man. He is the man.
Justin.
He is one of the hardest blue collar working Americans in the country. This dude.
I don't think I've met Justin before.
Dude, this is one of my best friends, and Mr. Justin the Man is absolutely legendary.
Say, Justin, welcome.
And if you don't say those 3 words that I don't want you to say, Justin, you're more than welcome to come in and introduce yourself if you'd like. But he probably won't. He's probably on his way home from work.
Yeah. But, it's funny. I think everyone has so many stories they can tell, over time.
Well, I'm glad that we got through COVID, man, because that was, I wish I would have been streaming at the beginning of that. That would have been, bro, I feel like such a dummy. I was like, dude, if I would have started my channel when everybody was locked up and the algorithm was so confused what was going on, I would have.
Yeah.
And I could actually play video games back then. So
Right. And I like a fool. I stuck to Facebook. I was a heavy Facebook user. Man, I'm barely on there anymore. It's just gotten so bad. I keep telling everybody on there,
dude,
guys, this is a dying platform.
It's actually they're trying to save it. You know that. Zuck.
Yeah, I know. I don't think it's going to work.
Zuck got reverse woke, which is actually real woke. So, if there's ever a term for woke, it's Zuck coming back to the light side.
Yeah,
and then he even said it too. He's like, not for political reasons or anything. He's like, but when we started this platform, and then he even acknowledged him ripping the 2 dudes off. He's like, he's like, when we started this platform, this was about freedom of speech and speaking your mind and being able to have a platform to do that on.
Right.
And he said, I lost my way. And it's like, you know what? Put your money where your mouth is now.
And make it right.
And make Facebook compete with X.
Yes.
And then Justin the Man, Attorney and George G's, Uncle Jerry and I, we can make a bullshit fake organization for just the lefties to go out and complain on a social media site. And then we can charge them, and then we can charge them $1.99 a month that they have to get on there to rant about their bullshit. And then we can scan, copy everything through our platform and then send it to the Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Is that too progressive, guys? Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Is that too progressive? There's just jokes. Listen, this is for entertainment purposes only.
There will be no.
Oh man, yeah, but I tell you, it turns me off anymore. All I see is ads and the same. You know, I cut my friends back big time.
Oh, dude, I cut so much fat. I cut so much good meat off my fat, bro. I was like, and it's like, and now I had to be like, yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I cut you loose, bro. I was like, you're ruining. Yeah. You know, like I cut a lot of fat. I cut a lot of fat, bro.
Well, if you're not interacting with them, why do they need to be there, right?
Well, I'm not like that because. You know, because I'm not interacting, you know, and some of us are busy. Like, dude, I have friends that I went to high school with, that I played high school football with, bro, that, you know, they're like doctors and lawyers, man.
Yeah.
And like Jamie, you know, the tight end, I mean, he's had a law firm for, Jesus, 30 years. He's had his own established law firm, and now he's got 3 partners, and they do like 1,700 cases a year.
Damn, that's pretty good.
You know, and he's looking like, and he's still going. He loves it. So like, he's like literally like, oh, I'm going to work until I'm like 67, 68 years old. So, you know, he's literally thinking he's going to work for another 17, 18 years. It's like, whoa, bro.
You know, I'm up in the air. I was looking forward to retirement. But you know what? I got a good thing going on. I love my job. I work from home. I mean, I really do. I love my job. I love the people I work with. I'm thinking, as long as my health holds up, why not? Why not just keep working until I finally say enough? You know what I mean? In other words, when I hit that magical age of 65, which is going to be pretty much 2 years from now.
Oh, you don't have long to go, brother.
No, May 1st, I turned 63, and that'll be 2 years.
Hey, by the way, everybody, why me and this dude love each other so much is we're both bulls. We're both Tauruses, and we're not giving each other love. So just so everybody knows, we just found out tonight that we're Tauruses.
Yes. And May 1st, and he's the 14th.
Tauruses are thick as thieves.
Yeah, if you go and Google the traits of a Taurean, you know Uncle Jerry.
Dude, we're the loyalist of signs, bro. To a fault.
It actually scares me when I read various descriptions of the Taurian behavior. It's me.
That's why 100%. That's why I had to start believing in astrology, is because I was like, this is horse shit. And I said, this is horse shit for like 3 years. And I was like humping really pretty gypsy girls, like palm reader girls. Like I was a burner, you know, because I was a glass blower. So I was making pipes, and I was going like burns and stuff, you know, and like the Grateful Dead, you know. Yeah. I learned how to blow glass before I went to school for it from Bob Snodgrass, that was the resident glass blowing pipe maker for Jerry Garcia, touring around the country.
Get the hell out of here.
Dude, I came up properly, and like, dude, when Jerry died, it was devastating to the community. Like when Jerry, dude, it affected like literally like 3 million people. It was crazy. I never seen anything like that. Like when Jerry Garcia died, I was like, oh my goodness sakes, this is, you know, and it was heartbreaking, you know, and listen, I wasn't into fusion jazz, because I wasn't into that kind of stuff, but I also appreciated the Dead's music. You know, it was decent. It was just not. I like the people. You know, I like the vibe of it.
Right. I know exactly what you're saying.
And then it's like, and then Fish came around to replace them. You know about Fish, like Trey and all those guys. They're all like Juilliard trained. So, you know,
Right.
those guys are cool. But at the end of the day, they make children's music for adults. It's literally children's music for adults. It is the, now, I mean, it's not, I mean, let's talk about Dave Matthews and Blues Traveler.
Blues Traveler, yeah.
You know, and even some of those, you know, let's talk about those, you know, types, because at the end of the day, those were musicians, and they deserved, you know, what they went through, and to get their music out, you know, they deserved where they got, you know. Now, see, I've been in the Pacific Northwest for a long time, so I was exposed to all kinds of great, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I was exposed to Nirvana, Pearl Jam, the Soundgarden, the Silverchair, like Alice in Chains, dude. When they came to Seattle, when Alice in Chains came to Seattle, bro, it rocked. It rocked that whole new genre of music, which was this, you know, this new genre of rock. And I'm telling you what, it was so, dude, between Nirvana and Pearl Jam, it flipped the whole Pacific Northwest on its head.
Yeah, yeah.
You had 60-year-olds listening to it.
I know.
Bro, it literally was, dude, Eddie, we were all screaming Eddie Vedder for president. He was like 25.
I know. I remember those days. Oh, man. See, I'm a little different. I gave up on...
Pearl Jam is not the worst Twin Cities. You fucking batshit crazy. Eddie for president. Eddie for president. You fucking batshit crazy if you think Pearl Jam's the worst. Maybe
the thing is that was
Metallica. Yeah, or who? What was that one? 7 Mary 3. Yeah,
Seven
no,
Mary
yeah, no, yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I could not do heavy metal. I just never could. I was so glad I got out of age. I didn't have to act like I liked it. I'm not a heavy metal guy. I appreciate it. I appreciate all music.
I was always in it for the drums and the solos, bro.
Yeah, well, most people, but nah, that wasn't me. I've always been a more laid back guy. I mean, I like good hard rock, and like I said, I appreciate everything. I listen for everything from old Genesis to jazz.
Love it.
I love every album Doobie Brothers put out since what, 72? And they're still playing. I mean, I just love, well, Steely Dan. I don't hide that fact.
Michael McDonald, though, is like, I got to see the Doobie Brothers at the zoo in 1992 in an open venue at the Portland Zoo.
Yeah,
right by the planetarium, and they were flying eagles during the show.
Damn.
They were like, so they had like an eagle handler like there with the band, and then no chairs. It was grass. You brought your own blanket. You sat right there on the grass, bro. Like stacks and stacks and stacks, and it was Steve Miller Band and Doobie Brothers, bro, with Michael McDonald.
Yeah.
Bro, bro, and they were flying eagles over the crowd. Like there would be an eagle catcher behind us, and then an eagle catcher on the stage, and they were flying eagles while the show was going on. And the eagles would fly like literally a foot, 2 feet above us while we're sitting on the grass, bro. It was amazing.
Damn, that would be nuts. You know, I saw the Doobie Brothers several times. Steely Dan twice.
That's
my favorite. Nice. My favorite. I was dating. We're still friends. We dated for a lot of years, off and on. But We flew out to Vegas and went
Oh,
to
you
go
went to Red
see,
Rocks?
not Red Rocks, Las Vegas, and I forget the place it was at. I'm not good with that kind of stuff, but Michael McDonald, Boss Skaggs, and
Ooh.
Donald Fagen from
Oh,
Steely Dan formed a band called Dukes of
they
September.
sure did. They sure
And when
did.
I found out about it, I told her, I said, oh my God, I got to see him. She goes, let's go. It's all right. So I went out there, and it
What a
wasn't front
girl.
row.
What a chick. What a
Oh,
chick.
she's
She
awesome.
said
You know
yes.
what?
She said, let's go. Let's go.
I still love her. Her and I are great friends, but we just can't be together. We can't cohabitate. It's one of those weirdest things.
I have a couple girlfriends like that we're great together, except for when we have to sleep fucking more than two
No.
nights in a bed together.
Not gonna happen. She's older than me. She's carved in her ways. She's set in her ways. She's stubborn, but she's been a wonderful person in my life. I mean, she would do anything for me. I mean, when I was in a hospital up there, I had pneumonia in 2018. Again, first pneumonia of three, and she was like having a wife. She went and bought me fresh pajama pammies. Like guys wear those
Yeah, sure.
night jammy pants and fresh t-shirts. She went to my house, made sure everything was okay. She'd come after work, even though she was tired. She worked a long day. I worked with her, but she always came to the hospital and stayed with me.
Nice.
I mean, she was, but we just.
You were a
so
friend,
weird. And we
you were best friends with benefits.
but not even that. We gave up on that, but yet we'd go out every weekend.
You guys sound like kind of besties. That kind of sounds like a
We were
besties
besties.
thing.
We were besties. I mean, we did get intimate, but it just didn't work.
That's
and, at least,
that's the thing when you're besties. I've been besties with a couple girls growing up.
Yeah.
Like, man, Amy Stevens. If you ever see this, bitch, you fucked up, man. We should have got this done, bitch. Man, me and that girl were besties. We would do the craziest things together.
and you know what? We even talked a couple weeks ago. She knows I was upset about some things. She goes, if you just tell me what you want and leave me the money, not all my money, but my burial money and stuff, so I'll take care of it for you, because she knew I'm not leaving a dime to my family, none of my siblings. No, not that. Trust me, I'm not rich. I worked hard. I planned. I'm going to be comfortable, semi. In this economy, you don't know if you're going to be comfortable or not.
Well,
They say you got to have $1 million or $2 million to retire.
Listen.
Well, that ain't happening.
Yeah, it's kind of gotten to the point to where the food has to be cheap. The fuel for commuting has to be cheap. All right. So you have to make both these things cheap, not just for the consumer, but for the people that are bringing you the goods every day. Because the minute that both these things go skyrocket, guess what? They're going to pass the savings down to the consumer. The truckers, the planes, everybody. They're going to go, oh, you're going to charge us this? Okay, well, 35% hike. Oh, you're going to add another 10% this week? 45% hike. So this is how checks and balances work in a good economy. Yeah. And this is where we lost our way in America, because this is how people were able to feed their family of 6 in 1957 for 75 cents and have a feast.
Right.
So you guys are bullshitting us at this point.
Yeah, big time. And when all this stuff started happening, I'll admit, being single and living alone, I don't spend a lot on groceries, and working at home, I fill my gas tank like once a month. Okay, there's no wear and tear on my car.
So you ain't driving then.
I'm not driving. So
what kind
of car, the fuel prices.
What kind of car you got?
I got a what is it? 2020 Kia Sportage.
Oh, so it's like 4-cylinder?
No.
No 6?
I don't even know.
Oh, a Sportage, you said.
Sportage, yeah,
Oh
whatever
yeah.
that has.
Okay, yeah. So you got what, like a 15-gallon tank in that thing?
That sounds about right. But you know what? It's a 2020. I have 17,000 miles on it.
Woo! What a
That's my
peach. That's a peach right there.
that's my retirement vehicle. I'm not buying anything after that. You
What
know
a
how guys
peach.
get old and they want to buy a little sports car? No.
No, that's a peach, bro. That is a peach.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's like it's paid for and it's got low miles. I think it'll last me until I croak. I mean, it and I like an SUV because you're up high, and if you have a hard time driving, it's best to be up high so you can see more. At least that's my experience. And plus, to be able to throw things in the back. I mean, I've always had SUVs in my later years for playing. You know, lug your keys in there and stuff. So, and plus, when we was raising my daughter, I just always bought SUVs. But yeah, I'm not going to be one of those guys and go buy a sports car because I'm old and I want to pick up chicks. No, that's not me.
Yeah, I mean, I
I'm
would
going to buy a
buy.
Hydrosense before I do that.
I would, bro. I'm like, I would, dude. I was literally getting ready to pull the trigger on a Hydrosense. I was like, literally, and then the next day that I was gonna buy it, the Samurai fucking had fucking put out the video with Hydrosense fucking dissing him.
Yeah, I know. I
Dude,
know.
and I was like, "Fuck you, dude. There's no
Yeah.
way. I'm a Taurus.
Yeah,
I'm too loyal for that. I'll put fucking 8 pedals and make that sound. Fuck off."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, it caught my attention at first, but I'm just like, you know,
It's a great sound and synth.
it
I
is.
mean,
It really
and it's
is.
very, very well priced. I mean, it's very fair. I also like that it has more room on the right side, you know, to actually put something like I would be able to put my SH4D right there.
Or a beer.
No, well, dude, I don't put beers on my synths, dude. That is a coaster, bro. It's a custom made coaster. You don't understand. Listen, I had to sell the OPX jazz, man. Watch, I lose like 18 subscribers tonight because they're like, that OPX ain't real. I'll get up in the morning. I was like, God damn it, I was at 164. It's like, dude, it's like 145. What the fuck?
You man, you had us laughing the other day. Sore Lamar. We were laughing. Even Marilyn, we were all laughing. You had that beer sitting there. We're like, oh my God, please stop. Please put it on the floor.
Dude, I am not spilling no beers. I don't spill beers. Listen, I don't spill beer on the dirt. I don't spill it on the grass. I don't spill it on green eggs and ham. The only thing I'm spilling beer on is in my mouth, unless I'm dumping one out from my dead homies. And I'm just gonna let you know right now. The last thing I'm gonna do is spill any on my synthesizer, bro.
Dr. Seuss.
I
do not spill beer
here, bro. What are you talking about?
I do not spill beer, Sam. I am.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you what, I ain't gonna trust me. You guys, listen, you guys can all make videos and troll me all day long if I ever spill any on my. I promise I ain't gonna spill a drop. The only drops of beer I'm spilling around here is down my gullet.
There you go. There you go. I guess I'm too clumsy. If I have a beer here, there's plenty of time.
Dude, have you not seen the inflation and the recession that we're in right now, dude? We're trying to get. We had to go like completely opposite, like thing to kind of get this down. Dude, I ain't spilling a drop of. Now,
tell me about it.
Now this is my problem. Sometimes I got seasonal allergies, and it's usually this time of year. And sometimes, you know, when you have that involuntary sneezing and you get the music, and it's allergies, right? It's not sickness or anything. It's just allergies.
Right.
And you're just body's just trying to protect itself. Sometimes I'll sneeze on my synths and that pisses me off. That really upsets me. But trust me, guys, I will never spill. I promise, I will never spill a beer on my synthesizer. Sneeze on it. And of course, this is why I don't smoke dabs. Well, why would I smoke any cannabis around it? Are you kidding? Why? Let's cough all over my synthesizers and blow smoke. Not when I my Mike Dean when I won 37 Grammys. Now try again. I'm gonna go outside.
Well, that's the good thing about gummies. There's no ashes, there's no smoke. You know, you're okay.
How are the gummies? What milligrams are they?
Shit, I can't see, man. My lighting's real bad right now.
Well, you should know how many milligrams you're taking, brother.
20.
25?
I think it is. Hold on, I don't know. I don't.
How many you eat?
Hold on. 15 milligrams.
Well, those are light. Those are super light.
Well, that's why I eat several.
Yeah, my gummy I'd be giving you that we make in the factory. It would be 100.
Damn. Where can I get those?
Well, I can't. If Trump legalizes it and lets me ship it to other states, then yeah, we're good to go. But you got to have an Oregon. You have to have an Oregon license right now and come out here.
Yeah. It's going to be legalized. Because I'll tell you what, for being in North Carolina, we got Delta 8, Delta 9 stores all over the place.
They're pretty strong. It's an active psychoactive that's actually good for pain. So it's not.
It is.
It does work, and I think that's one. It's just getting the LBC in it and the TCA in it. You got to get the TCAC in it.
What I found, as long as it says live resin, that's the key from the gummies. It says live resin.
Okay, that just means that it was made by the crystals, and then it was extracted before the plant was dried. So that's what that means. So, what gets you really stoned is the THC on the.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so those are all the little crystals on the plants, right? So the plant itself don't get you high, but inside the plant there is CBD that can get you high, and that works with the THC. But all the medicine is the trichomes and the internal trichomes and the ELC trichomes that are coming through the buds. So it's just that is where that's what made it illegal, is that part of it.
There was a thing.
There was a thing because you can pull CBD and Delta 9 out of hemp.
Yeah, it's like one molecule off of the real marijuana or something.
Yeah.
And that's how it's legal.
And they pull that off of hemp all day long.
Yeah.
But it still has active, but by the FDA or the FDA doesn't consider it a Class A psychoactive. So they actually are now saying, that nicotine is a Class C psychoactive, which it is. Nicotine is the two most powerful drugs in the world are nicotine and caffeine. In the Orient, that's the poor man's speedball right there.
Yeah.
And they'll chain smoke, 2-3 packs of cigarettes and drink, tons of caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've been there working, right? You've been at that place, in your life, to where did you ever smoke cigarettes, Jer?
Yeah. Most of my life.
You remember those coffee breaks and the cigarettes, how it got you through?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. I'm just responding to Twin City. Absolutely.
Sorry, I can't read that. Let's see. What is magnifying glass?
Hold on, piss break. I'm going to drop her for 1 second.
I have to stand up to read this because I'm freaking blind. Dude, you really typed that in, bro? That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious that you typed that in. wonder why it says port 3. Does that turn that off? Look at that. It does. That's why it says it. Very interesting stuff. So that's just through the LFO filter. So if I go bam, turn this up. No super saw is not available. Oh yeah, this is JUNO. Let's see. Turn this filter. Turn a little up. Amp up a little.
There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. If you run it through the amp envelope and the LFO filter, it's not too bad.
No, it sounds nice.
I was gonna put some music in the background.
I freaking love that thing.
Dude, this is one of our best synthesizers, bro.
Oh, absolutely. That's
Like
what I said
we should
the
do
other
a
night.
show once a month, you and I, where we just explore it together. Like we'll get it all set up right, and then then just explore it together, And then I guess, have you registered it yet?
I think, yeah, pretty much sure I did.
I guess there's a bunch of presets and expansion packs for it that you get for free from buying it on the Rolling Cloud.
Huh.
But you can just spend $199 and turn it into a Jupiter, right?
That's what I heard.
Now, it'll make the sounds, but of course the interface is going to be a little different. It's going to,
But
you know what I mean? But I mean, you're going to get this, that sounds because they're both digital and they both, they're.
But what are you buying when you spend that to upgrade it?
You're getting all the Jupiter sounds.
Oh, so it's a software upgrade.
It is, but this is all software based. It's a completely digital synthesizer.
Yes, yeah. Okay, got it.
Like my buddy who was telling me that I made friends with at Guitar Center, he was like, I haven't talked to him for a couple months, and I was like, yeah, dude, I bought a JUNO X, and he sold me my Roland SH4D, and he's like, oh, bro, have you plugged the SH4D into it yet and used a sequencer? And I was like, no. He's like, bro, what are you talking about? He's like, dude, immediately plug that thing right into the JUNO X and start running the sequencers through that.
Damn, I
And
didn't know you could do that.
Oh, dude. Well, USB, Jerry, if you have USB 2.0 or more, it acts as a MIDI cable.
Okay. Now, I don't run any of my synths USB. I have one long cable just to drag to each synth for updates, firmware upgrades, and shit like that. But everything's 5-pin DIN MIDI. So I don't know. What am I thinking here?
Hey, Uncle Chrome, welcome in. Uncle Chrome came in, and
Yeah, Chrome's here.
Grace came in. Hey, thanks for joining, guys. We're just kind of bullshitting, but so I was kind of blown away by it too, Unc, because I went and bought all these MIDI cables, right? But I didn't understand, like it was just controlling everything. So like when I would play something or a beat, because I was trying to make beats. So when I would play a beat, it would just trigger everything, when I hooked all of them, through the in and out and through, it would just trigger all the synthesizers, and then I was like, I had to learn how to disable it and then, change channels and route and all that. But it was just like this spectacular, like Close Encounters of the Third Kind final feel, so it was like one of these deals. but then I was like, okay, I can't handle this. I just got to play these synths separately through a mixer. So I got the mixer, I put them all in there. I was like, cool. And then I was like, I started pulling power from my other synthesizers from another synthesizer.
Okay.
Okay, so then I would plug that synthesizer in just to get power. But guess what? That USB is a MIDI as well. But not only is it MIDI, Uncle Jerry, guess what? It's a MIDI both ways. So in, out, and through that USB cable.
Gotcha.
So if you have a USB on the back of your synthesizer, like the Juno, how it's got that USB, you can plug the USB from another synthesizer, like the SH4D or the, or you could even hub it. You can plug it into a hub, and then you can plug them all in together, and they will all communicate through MIDI together through a USB. Is that not crazy?
That is crazy.
Through, in, out, and through.
That is crazy.
Come on,
I knew that thing was.
Come on, bro.
I haven't even scratched the surface of playing with that thing. I knew it was powerful. I'm having fun with just the presets and just starting to get around it, and then I'm like mega impressed. Like when I bought the TE-05, I made a video, but I was like, eh. And then it was two guys I downloaded their patches from, James Dyson and Miles Away.
Oh my God,
and
legends. Both of them, legends.
Turned that TE-05 into something worth
Bro, I've been thinking about getting some of those patches for the MOOG, just because I've been trying to work on patches, like Lamont said, but it's like, bro, I gotta, I'm trying to learn this other synth, and I'm doing a lot of other things too.
Right.
I'm still, working actively at my one job, and when I come home, it's like, if it feels like work to me,
I'm not going to do it.
I'm not going to come home and turn these synthesizers on if I have that feeling. But what I love about the synthesizers is that, and it combats that 80s kids ADHD thing going on that I got, If I'm interested in it, then I love it, and then I want to, like, it's a video game.
Right.
But don't make it not confusing and not fun for me for a second. I'll turn these things off so fucking fast.
Well, I was talking to somebody, and I forget. I think it was Samurai. I'm telling him, my studio when I moved here is a retirement project. And I'll be honest. I spent a lot of time acquiring this stuff.
We all know, bro. We all know.
Yeah.
We all know this is your nest egg for your retirement.
Yeah, and I jumped into YouTube too fast, and I was afraid to
I don't think you did,
I'm not ready.
Dude, you got more subscribers than all of us put together. You did not.
Oh, you know what? But that's my bad. Those subscribers, I was stupid. I was naive. And I thought, well, I'll pay $10 here to promote it. I'll pay $10 here, promote it. Next thing you know, my YouTube views are going up. Little did I realize they're all false. They're all fake. It was stupid. It was so stupid of me to do that.
But it's still not bad because of where you're at. All you have to do, just to negate that, all you would have to do when you retire is drop 3 videos a day for 1 week. And then next week do 3 live streams and 3 videos, and by the 14 days, it will completely negate all that and put you back into the algorithm flow.
Oh, so
now I just learned something else that was really important today. From some big YouTubers that were talking to me, like guys that have over 1 million, and they were like, "Don't ever do an instant premiere. If you want views, don't ever do it. You're like, you'll get your regulars, and sometimes you won't get your regulars. Like today, Sammy came on, and you're like, dude, I didn't get the notification. What the fuck? You didn't get the notification because YouTube decided not to give you and some other people a notification because it was an instant premiere.
I know Samurai talked about that. He explained it. And I'm like, because I was upset. I was over in Cubase working, and I did have YouTube up, but I was doing other things too. And then next thing I know, he's already 20 minutes into the broadcast. I'm like, damn, I'm
Mm-hmm.
subscribed, notify me. I'm like, shit, I'm always coming in
I
late.
didn't see it until dude, there was 15, 16 people in the room before it popped up. And it didn't pop up on my feed. I literally had to be done with the video I was watching, back out, and then go to my premium, and then he popped up right there on my feed. And then I was like,
Okay.
oh, fucking cool. I was like, Sammy's on. So I fucking clicked on him, and it had 15 people in. He was 13 minutes in.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you came in like literally 22 minutes later and was like, bro, what the heck? Bro,
Now a lot of times,
I feel you. And it's the algorithm. It's duking because, and the reason why it's duking is because it wants to try and make a level playing field for the 30 million videos that get posted on YouTube in a 24-hour period of time.
damn.
30
Yeah,
million videos get posted on YouTube in a 24-hour period of time.
that's mind blowing. That's mind blowing.
So, I
Um,
mean, yeah, it is mind blowing, isn't it?
and I was wondering if there's a way to step back once you have that many views. If there's a way, it sounds like you have a solution to that because,
I don't.
and
I don't.
I stated it in one of my videos. That was the dumbest thing I ever did.
I don't think it is.
Um,
I think that I think it's a good stepping stone, and a lot of big dudes do it. I mean, even Mr. Beast is guilty of doing it. When he starts a
really?
channel, yeah, when Mr. Beast, tries to hit 1 million subscribers on a new channel in 30 days, he definitely promotes it, the shit out of it, bro.
And see, I wish it was back to just my normal
But
views.
you already did the work, so I mean, yeah, there's a lag because you don't stream, because this is what the algorithm really wants. It wants consistency. It wants you to
Uh,
work. And
makes sense.
this is why YouTubers that have like, I do 2 videos a week and they are at 6 o'clock on Monday every week. Those videos after 3-4 months, they start catching fire if the content's good. If everything else is right, that YouTube algorithm just literally pops it out like it's on the TV guide on your cable. That it literally pops it out like that. So they want consistency because they're looking for partners. So this is like, now they also want content. They also want personality. Dude, there's a lot of things going in on this. It's not just an algorithm. There's a panel of people that get paid by Google to watch these videos. And it's like, dude, some people love it, but can you imagine being that person that doesn't want to watch videos and then you're just watching these fucking morons and you're like, oh my God.
See, there's so much to it that I don't understand. I do know I was on TikTok for a while. I don't participate at all really, but I do watch videos, and these people get so caught up. A lot of them are making a lot of money,
Yes.
a lot of money. I mean, and I'm like, how do you do that? And see, to me, that's not something I want to do. I don't. Now, it would be nice to make an income off of it,
Well, when you
but
retire, like, I mean, yeah, if you start,
yeah,
I mean, and it could happen, dude, if the algorithm chooses you, if it like
yeah,
Yoel Romero's you and it's like, you have 2 hands, it's like a
yeah,
man. Now go.
yeah,
Like if
yeah.
it literally does that to you, bro, I mean, you can wake up the next morning and literally, that's what happened with Demolition Rants, dude. I mean, he dropped that video about him quitting, and he's like, I'm retiring from everything, and he dropped that ball, and he had 5.5 million subscribers, bro. And he's
Yeah.
like, he's like, this is somber for me, and I'm. I'm in dark territories, and how these quit videos is. But this is a content creator that only drops a video once a month, so
Damn.
but the content is very good, and you can tell that it's taken him a couple weeks to work on the video.
Right,
You
right.
know, because you're talking 45-minute, hour and a half videos. It's gonna. I mean, you got to be the most charismatic motherfucking Superman, just busting boulders over your head to just go out there
Oh,
and freestyle for an hour and a
yeah,
half.
yeah, yeah. But don't you think this right here, what we're doing, is becoming more mainstream?
Bro,
Or
I can't even believe it. I'm just like, bro, I have been watching content on this platform for over a decade, and how interested I am in just sitting there and listening to Soar is crazy to me.
I know, I know.
I was
I
like,
love
this
them.
is like the reality TV I wanted, like, 15 years
Yeah,
ago.
exactly,
But it's it's
exactly.
too boring for the network, because it's not everybody's cup of tea. However, the interest in the music and wanting to grow and wanting to explore and create something, and there's always conversation and dialect, and there's always learning and discord with each other. I mean,
Yes.
and then also Lamont, Lamar, Marilyn, these are very beautiful people.
Oh my God. Yes.
Scotty is a beautiful human being. Cressy's a
Oh,
beautiful human being. These guys are, and they all got a sense of humor, and they all can be
I know. I
rough and gruff
know.
at the same time. So when you can be rough and gruff and have a beautiful heart, dude, this is
My
what
kind of people.
this is what this is what makes the world go round, bro.
Absolutely. I when the Samurai recommended them, I went over and I was like, then I tried it again. I was like, next thing I know,
I didn't even know until the sit down with Robbie, and then I
yeah, that's
when he
that's
was
what did it.
calling them British bagpipe, I was like, oh Sammy, I really like this guy. He's a very kind man, and Sammy, please. And then right when it started getting really hairy, then the sit down at the Continental happened, and
Yes.
bro. I think it was just all staged. It was so beautiful. It was a perfect storm. A perfect storm how that all
Whether
happened.
it's staged or not, I'm
I,
enjoying the hell
I
out of it.
don't care if it is or not, but I got to tell you, that was so good. The whole thing that happened, and I just enjoyed it. And it's like, I'm only a tab away. I'm literally like Orphan Annie. Tomorrow,
Yeah,
tomorrow,
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
you. I love you. I'm only a tab away.
I know.
Because there's people I love that are streaming at the same time now, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like,
But it's great, man.
it is great. But I got to say, man, I've been on that sword train for a hot minute on that sword train.
I don't miss any episode, working or not, or if I'm out driving. It's always on. It's
Dude,
always in the vehicle.
even when I have to miss, the episode, I put that shit on my browser. I put it on play. I let it run on my computer, and if I have to go, it's running there on my computer. I'm messing around. I'm messing around with this algorithm. Those are my boys.
There you
I
go.
love
There you
these
go.
dudes. Listen, I love these dudes so much. I'll punch them in the stomach and give them a happy meal when I meet them.
Dick punch him. Don't that's what they say? Go give you a
No, that's
goddamn
for a
dick
different
punch.
breed. They don't get dick punched. They just get punched in the gut. You don't want to punch him in the face because you don't want to mush up your buddy's face. You just give him a nice gut check. Say, "I love you so much. I just want to just bite the shit out of your face. I just love you so much. How dare you make me love you so much?"
Those guys, they're so funny. And Marilyn,
Oh,
Marilyn,
dude,
she's a sweetheart.
She's the catalyst, bro.
She's a catalyst, but she's a
Nucleus
sweetheart.
catalyst.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness sakes! What, bro? 3 peas in a pod.
I'm telling you. It just like works. It just works. And when she emails me, she sends me some really nice
She's
emails.
so
She's a
kind.
very
She's such a sweet
she's
person,
so
bro.
compassionate, and you could just feel the love just
And
reading an
it's so
email.
genuine too. Like
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
nothing bullshit about it. It's like so genuine. I love these people. You know, I don't
I do too.
they're just 2D friends, and I'm glad we got to meet them, Jerry, because you know
Oh,
what,
absolutely.
you know, and I think good things are going to come, you know, out of it. Like I think, you know, I'm pretty sure we're all going to be jamming together, bro.
I was getting ready to come in one night, but I didn't have things set up right. I was gonna go ahead and jump in, but I didn't. But oh, what was I gonna say? But yeah, um, it's amazing what we can do. You can jump in and jam with them, um, and just like they even talked
Well,
about it.
yeah.
Like
Well, after tonight, trust me. Now I was like going, "Oh, Discord's the goat." Now I'm like thinking of going back to StreamYard after what happened tonight.
yeah, that was a lot of work. I mean, but I'm glad you got me through it. I
Well, at
really
least now
appreciate that.
now at least you can just, you know, hit me up on the Discord, and now you can come into a
Yeah,
room. Your mic's all set up, your camera's all set up.
yeah,
You good to go,
yeah.
brother.
And Marilyn offered to do a one-on-one with me to like guide me through it too. And but I think you got me over the hurdles.
Yeah, dude. I trust me, and then I'll just message me or just say, "Hey, bro." Now you know. Now we're on here, so now you can just hit me up and just say, "Hey, bro."
I'm kind of confident because even after I rebooted when we were going through all that, I was afraid to lose the Discord what you and I had set up because I just left it sitting there and I'll just hit the
It's
camera.
yeah, it's all set up,
And
bro. It is like literally
but
we
but
got
I got back in. I found you and I got back in.
it's all set up.
So
We did the hard part. The hard part's done, bro.
that's what I'm happy about. It's like okay, now I got Discord kind of figured out. Still need to explore a little bit, but Discord figured out. I got StreamYard pretty much figured out. In fact, that's how I set up my Sin Samurai Kumatai
And I can teach
25
you and I
stream
can
party.
and then I can teach you how to use OBS with, you know, how you had your filters on OBS.
Yes,
I can
yes.
teach you how to connect to Stream Deck with OBS and then use all your filters. So I can
I,
teach.
I'm
I
gonna,
got that down.
I'm gonna stick with the basics right now. Let
I
me get.
figured it's really simple, dude, because all you do is just virtual camera like we did tonight with Discord.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah, let me.
just virtual camera. So that's
I'm happy with the basics. I feel like I'm making progress. It give me some time to work it through, and
oh, definitely,
then I'll start adding the icing on a cake.
dude, definitely progress, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I'm so glad. Well, at first we were talking on the phone, then I didn't realize I could talk to you on the computer. You know, Discord had me all confused. I mean,
Dude, but you're on the phone. It's so much more confusing, bro. Than
I don't like working off the phone. I just for one,
Discord does
my
not
fingers
look
are
the
too
same.
fat. I can't type on the phone. My fingers are too fat. I there's not as many options. I need a PC or whatever to be able to see things, and you know, my eyes aren't the best. Working on this damn phone, you know, it's just it's too hard for me. It's too small,
Mm-hmm.
and it's I know people live on their phones, but and I do, but it's really the older I get, it's becoming a little more frustrating. Um, so once I realized I could log into Discord and do this, I'm like, okay, this is the way to go. But you know, I'm rattling.
Oh no, I mean at the same time though, it is like that though. I mean, at the end of the day, it's yeah. I'm gonna have to grab a beer, and I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to take a piss. I can't.
we're the beer drinking bros on
Yeah,
in this community.
dude. Cheers, bro. Cheers. I'm holding my glass up. We'll listen for the next stream. We'll get this figured out to where we're both on here. This is absolute. Yeah, we would actually cheers. Like I would be right there, and then we could cheers on the, you know, side screen right there.
Yeah.
But you know, my noob ass couldn't figure out Discord tonight. We might have to go. Might have to go StreamYard. Might have to do that. I should ask Marilyn how to do that, or I should just look. There's probably a way to do
Ask
it.
Marilyn. She'll guide you through. I figured it out, and she offered a one-on-one, but I think I got it pretty much figured out.
Oh,
I set up that.
dude, guess what happened last night? So you know when I was getting that echo last night?
Yeah.
Dude, that whole time after I went through all that checking, my dumbass had my echo on my Boss Phantom Power.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
So silly. It's the new Bauer. The
Nothing wrong with that.
new age new Bauer.
Nothing wrong with that. We got to get these guys to come in like George G's. We got to get these guys to start streaming too.
Hey George G's, you want to come in the chat right now, bro?
Come on, man. Hop on the bus or whatever they say.
Oh no, Jerry's George G's. He's going to bed.
Oh man.
How about,
yeah.
How about you, Rose? Get in here. Just don't say those 3 words and come in here and meet Uncle Jerry.
Who is that you're talking to?
I'm talking to magnifying glass. Justin the man. He's
Justin the man.
Yeah, he's probably still in here. I don't know. Everybody's. I'm surprised nobody came in. It's probably just out of respect for the chat, bro. So.
Yeah.
I need to put that in the description next time. Open chat, come in, or we'll just do StreamYard like they do. Maybe I'll just buy some StreamYard, I guess.
I'm using free, and it works.
Well, you don't have free. You actually have premium because you get a week free when you sign up, right?
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, I think you get a week free.
Twin Cities sent an invite, I think.
Twin Cities, you are invited to you're in my Discord, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
I only have 4 people I can invite.
Here, hold on. All right, Twin Cities, there you go, bro. You should already be in my Discord, brother.
Yeah.
How's that Michelob? What is that? Ultra Michelob? What is that you're drinking?
Michelob Ultra.
That sounds great. What's calories is that?
90.
Jesus. How many ounces is that? 12? There he is.
Yeah, 12 ounce. It's a skinny can.
Hey,
I was drinking those damn Voodoo Rangers. They were too strong. I had to step back
TC, how's it going, brother?
Hey, man.
It's going good.
Welcome to the show.
All right.
Live and in color.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you guys can entertain the chat while I go take a piss. And my dog is sitting here crying because I think he needs to take a piss too. So, I'll be back.
Hey, Twin Cities.
Wouldn't be in a follow stream if he wasn't going to pee every 5 minutes.
I know. We're the beer drinking bros of the community, and we alternate between taking pisses. So,
what kind of beer?
I drink Mick Ultra. I don't know what he drinks. I think it's Coors Light.
Michelob Ultra, is that like the gluten-free stuff?
It's not gluten-free, but it's just low calories. Down here, IPAs are real big, and I started drinking IPAs. But I like to drink beer, and you drink 1 or 2 of those, you start getting fucked up right away. I mean, they're strong. They're 9% alcohol. You have, and I'm not one. I just want to drink 2 beers and stop. I mean, because if you end up like just drinking as you're working or doing music and stuff, you need a lighter beer. You don't need nothing to really, just need a beer to relax. And that stuff was too strong. I said, I got to back off his shit. So I went back to my Mick Ultra that I've been drinking for a long time. They call it water, piss water beer and stuff, but it's very popular.
Floats your boat, right?
Yeah. It's very popular. They sell a hell of a lot of it. It's just, as you get older too, you got to watch your weight. So, you want to bring in as little calories as you can.
Yeah, man. I'm in my 40s now, and my metabolism has just gone F you.
Yeah, you just wait. It keeps going F you.
Oh, well, I don't care.
That's life, man. That's just the way it is.
I'm going to be a big fat dynamo. I don't got nothing left to prove.
That's the way I feel. That's what I tell people. I don't even want to date. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to. People are crazy out there. I'm fine by myself. I'm not lonely. I don't need all that. I've been married. I've had girlfriends. I've been through all that shit. And it's like, I just got to a point in life. It's like, I'm not going to waste my time. I got everything in the world I want to do.
Man,
And I don't have to answer.
I got to put a beat to this. Hold on. Go on, Jerry. Keep going. It's a banger.
What are you doing? Sampling this?
No, I ain't sampling you, bro. I'm just putting a beat back behind you because you're spitting knowledge. So.
Yeah, I know. It was funny over Christmas. Oh man, that was a bad day. I went over to visit my mom, and man, she's starting to lose it. And,
92, you said?
93.
Oh my goodness.
She's forgetting shit.
Bless her heart, bro.
Oh yeah, she's a sweetheart. And
I mean, what is that? 1926? What is that? What does that even mean?
I don't know. It's a long
No
time.
dummy. I can count to 100.
Well, you're looking
like 1926.
93. You're looking at almost 100 years. So subtract 100 years from today. What, 1925?
24. Yeah, 1925.
Around that time?
Jeez Louise. Or no.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait, 1931. Hold on.
30. That sounds about right.
Yeah, 1931.
30s. And we were there talking, amongst other things I'm not going to bring up, but because she really blew my mind. But anyhow, I think you need a partner so you can talk about all these things with. I'm like, what do you mean?
You kind of do, though.
No. She's insinuating you need to be married.
Oh, that kind of partner.
To take someone to take care of you and listen to you. And I'm like, Mom, I've been down that road. I'm not doing it now.
She's just probably putting herself in your shoes. So that's where her world is, So she's worried about when you're 92. She's probably just worried about when you're 92.
And that's the one downside about being single. You wonder, ain't nobody going to take care of me. But yeah, whatever, just live life. But, I just like, haven't you figured it out by now? I just don't have any interest. I'm interested in more other things in life right now, like this, music, because
music is so cool, but not just the music. And I think this is a part of the Synth Renegades. This is my interpretation of being a Synth Renegade, and I'm a noob, and I'm an infant. Next, like Samurai calls himself a baby. He's been in the game 4 years. I call myself an infant. I'm just now I'm not even a year and a month into synthesis, so I'm like, but I'm completely fascinated with pianos, and I've always been fascinated with pianos. So, like, listen, being an '80s kid, I mean, from everything from Europe to Van Halen. Dude, Eddie Van Halen was playing an Overheimer on Per Teacher album, bro. Like, I mean, this is how hot the synthesizer is. Eddie Van Halen, dude, Herbie Hancock, everything, dude, like that, just, and vocoders and all that shit I grew up with, and just like, how do they make this sound? Wow, I can make this sound. How cool, and it's like, I might not be able to make it as good as them, but how cool that I have the ability to like put my hands on stuff like this.
MTV, when it launched, changed so many people's lives.
Killed the radio star, bro.
Oh, that was the first video.
It was the very first video.
The Bugle.
Killed the radio star.
Jeff Downs from Asia played on that. That was their first video. I remember all the VJs.
Bro, do you remember how great that was when that launched?
Oh my God.
Bro,
it was life-changing.
I was in grade school. I was in grade school when it launched, and I watched that thing. I watched that thing, dude. My parents, and listen, I was a responsible kid. I did my chores. I had, like I said, I grew up with a handicapped brother who was 2 years younger than me. So, I was changing his diapers growing up, and I was a team player for the family.
Yeah,
I was doing my thing. So, they let me have a color TV and a computer in my room when I was fucking 10.
Damn. Sound like my younger brother.
And they bought me some headphones so I could stay up past my bedtime. They'd be sleeping, and if I was quiet enough, I could sit there and do my thing. And I got to tell you, when I was 11 years old, and they put that cable box in my room with my little 12-inch color TV. And there was also an AV monitor for my Commodore 64, and all I'd have to do is press a button and it would become the TV, go coaxial, come right in, and I put my headphones on right on my Commodore 64, and it used the Commodore 64 as the interface through. Dude, you remember? I remember.
You know what made it fun for me? My brother, who's an excellent drummer. He's 10 years younger than me. So in 1980, I was graduating high school. Yeah, I was graduating high school in 1980, playing in a band. He was into music. I was into music. And I kind of mentored him my brother and I were so close.
Yeah, well, you're 12 years ahead of me. I graduated in 92, so 80 sounds right to me. 80 sounds right to me.
Yeah, it was the 80s. And me and him would spend so much time watching MTV, and he would go learn songs and I would go learn songs, and it was just like, just even it playing in bands and going out and just the music that was being played, and the 80s were just phenomenal,
bro.
And I lived it.
Bro,
I lived it through the right time,
bro, dude. Yeah, you were actually at a perfect age to really enjoy it, because you were the dude that we were all looking up to, like the kids. Were, you were the dude that had the cool car and know, and the cool tunes blasted, So and then that's also the thing that I appreciate about the 80s is that all the bigger kids, they were all cool to us littler kids. You guys were just like right there, like, dude, you had no business even fucking with us, and you guys would always take time for us, man. And it was like, dude, that's the unspoken greatest part about the 80s, dude.
Hey, I used to love it. I'd come back from playing, and my brother would usually be up, and it's sometimes depending on the hours, but we were both into Police and Sting, but when they
awesome.
Oh, and he and him being a drummer, I remember coming home all excited. I said, "You got to listen to this song, man. This band. The drummer plays backwards." And he always remembered that. I said, "The drummer plays backwards," meaning he plays on the upbeat. He accents on the upbeat on this one song. And I said, "You got to listen to Stuart Copeland." I said, "Yeah, listen to this dude." And he still, well, I don't talk to him much anymore. I don't know what happened to him, but it's a shame because we were so close until I moved here. But he always remembered that. He said, "I remember you coming home saying he played backwards. You were all excited." And I've always been a Police fan and Sting fan since then. And it was just such a different thing. And that's just, I don't know if you listen to Sting much.
Dude,
after.
Do you remember when he went solo? How fire!
Oh,
how like that missing sound from Chicago, or not Chicago, but from Chicago. I was getting ready to talk about Peter Cetera, but that's why I said
Peter Cetera, that's Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was getting ahead of myself. So, but when Sting went solo, bro.
Oh.
When that was crazy, dude. But it was also crazy, like when Peter Cetera left Chicago.
Yeah.
And he went solo because it was almost like
a man who will fight for your honor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's Karate Kid too, bro. Don't get it twisted, bro.
Hey,
There's no fear
hey,
in this dojo.
you brought up Chicago, so I got to bring up this. Have you guys ever heard of Friends of Leonid from Russia?
Uh,
Oh my God!
no, send
You
me a
got to
link.
check
Send
it.
me
Heard
a
it, but I
link.
don't know what it is.
Yeah, send me a link.
They're called Friends of Leonid. They have a YouTube channel, and my guitar player from years back, the guy I played in most bands with, he turned me on to him, and he said, and he went and saw him. And I'm telling you what, they do Chicago, they do Steely Dan,
Oh, I love it.
and they do it to a T. And let me tell you what,
Any Jethro
that
Tull?
one
Any
chick,
Jethro Tull or Steel Crosby,
no,
Still
no,
Nash?
this is Steely Dan,
So
Chicago.
this is all fusion. This is all fusion jazz, kind of like.
Well, let me pull it up, and I'll give you an idea of what they do. But I'll tell you, and plus she's the hottest freaking woman on the planet.
Oh,
Singing.
that's a bold statement right there, buddy.
Oh no, you see her,
Dude, I see the hottest woman on the planet every week, bro. Just to let you know, every
No,
week it changes.
No, I'm just telling you. Okay, here. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that?
No, you're gonna have
Okay.
to. You're gonna have to open up that channel on your interface.
Gotcha. Oh shit, it's in Russian. I can't. Right now they're doing Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Well, you know what? You could tell me, or you could send a link in the side chat if you know how. So you can like literally paste that right now. Just paste it with your mouse, and then right click and copy it. And then if you look on the Discord, up on the right top corner, there's a little bubble thing like I'm talking. And if you click on that, it'll open up the side chat on the side. And then you'll be able to copy and paste that in there, and then I can play it. All right.
How about I just do this? They did a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Shaka Khan, Ain't Nobody. Let's see. Carpenters. My Old School, Steely Dan. A lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
What's the name?
Chicago
What's
again.
What's the name of them?
Friends of Leonid. Leonid. They more Earth, Wind, and Fire. They do mainly like Chicago, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Steely Dan. Yeah, that's pretty much what they do.
Let me see here. Let's see if we can do this.
And boy, let me tell you that
Oh,
these guys
she is cute.
cute, fucking hottest woman on the planet. Oh my God, she's so. Ooh. If I was only
Am
younger,
I going to
man,
get copyright strike from this?
I don't know. They're doing a.
Well, she sounds like what's her name?
I'm telling you, if you like that kind of music, they are
I
hot.
can tell you that she's singing through a $3,000 microphone. So,
Well, I'm sure. I mean, these guys aren't no slouches, man.
obviously not.
I mean, they get the songs to a T. Some of them actually sound better than the originals.
Really,
just-
really, they do that. Like, how about Boyce Avenue, Unc?
Who's
Yo,
that?
Jerome, Boyce Avenue.
Never heard them.
Bro, they're a cover band from New York, and they're probably the best cover band in America in the last 40 years.
Damn.
They do contemporary, jazz, pop, rock. Boyce Avenue, bro. Unfreaking believable. And then they have up and coming artists. Like, so they do a lot of songs that are like duets and stuff. So they'll bring up and coming artists, and then the residence guitarist. I think his name is Shane. I can't remember his name. He does the guitar and the male lead sing, and then they'll bring, the duet girl on, and then she usually play the guitar too. So it'll be like, two singers singing a duet and playing the guitar back and forth with each other.
Gotcha.
And
I just jotted that.
Boyce Avenue, bro. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Like, just absolutely beautiful. You will absolutely fall in love with this cover band. I think it's the best cover band in the United States.
Well, there's some out there that just, like I said, some of the stuff they do better than the original. It's kind of funny. Growing up, my older brother Leon, the guitar player, he started a polka band when he was young, and they used to practice out in the garage. Well, then they started getting into rock. They were the biggest wedding band in our area because they played polkas and all that shit for us Polacks. But then after the old people went home, they'd switch over to rock, and they did a pretty good job. What am I leading up to? Goddamn memory blank. So a lot of the music being younger than him, it was listening to them practicing in the garage. They would do Stones, and it sounded like the Stones, but it didn't. It was their version of the Stones. Like they played it and people loved it, but it didn't sound like the band. And then one time, my two sisters took me up to Morgantown, West Virginia. We went to a Holiday Inn, and I was underage, but I got in and got served. And I'll never forget the name of the place. It was called Executive Lounge at a Holiday Inn. And first of all, I'm like thrilled. Hey, I'm here.
Oh yeah, dude. I was like, I rolled in 15 and a half in my first bar, and I was thrilled.
Yeah. I'm like, man, this is cool. And then I heard the band start, and I went, what the fuck is this? They sound like the fucking record. And then the next song, what the fuck is this? They don't sound like my brother's band, And that whole night, it's like they had every sound down.
Damn.
And that changed my life. I went, this is the way to do it.
Damn.
Not what they're doing. Not what my older brother's doing. I'm not playing. Well, I did play polkas, but I'm not doing it their way. I'm going to get in a band and we're going to do it like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was just like, that was probably one of the most life-changing things. And that's what drove me to really play. In fact, I probably never would have been in a band because the first one I had didn't turn out real well. And I decided to sell my shit. I said, I'm not going through all this shit. So a guy called me up, and I had an ad in the paper. He said, hey, I don't want to buy your shit, but you want to play in a band?
Oh, I love it.
I'm like, who is this asshole?
Dude, amazing.
No, I'm selling my stuff. I don't want to play in a band.
That's old school networking right there, bro.
I know. The good thing was, you know what convinced me? I told him I'd call him back. Once I had his name, my brother's wife, Leon's wife, went to school with him. Said, Jerry, he's a great guy from a great family. He's a good sax player. He said, you might want to reconsider it. So I did. I reconsidered. I called him back and said, yeah, let's see what we can do.
Yeah, that's very cool, man. That's very cool, man.
And that was just with a Farfisa organ and, piece of shit VIP 345 with a great big goddamn wooden 147 Leslie. And that's what I used. And then I bought a string machine and then it was awesome.
What kind of string machine did you get?
It was a Multivox MX202.
Cool.
I wanted the ARP Omni too.
Yeah,
or the ARP Omni.
Stupid.
I was salivating.
This stupid good. Even today,
oh my God.
It's stupid good.
If you don't know how bad I was salivating for the ARP Omni, that's why I bought one. That's why I have one sitting in the room over there.
It's like stupid good.
Oh my God.
What do you got for gear, Jerry?
Yeah, Jared, exactly. Hey, Twin Cities, good looking out. What do you got for gear, Jerry? Tell us what your gear is. What are you rocking?
Kill me. You'll kill me. If
I tell you, I got a Behringer Wasp. I got a Behringer.
No. You're gonna kill me. But it's been over the years. You got to remember, this is not one big purchase. This has been over time. a Roland RD2000 digital piano,
Okay.
a Roland Phantom 06.
Very solid.
I'm going left to right. Give me a chance to think. Oberheim OBX8.
Ooh,
On top of that is the Prophet 5 40th anniversary.
Ooh.
super sick.
Over to the right from there is a Roland System 8 and a Roland JDXA.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's some cool shit. And now the
Wait,
Juno X,
JDXA, which one is that? Oh, that's the one with the red, all the red.
all the
Yeah,
red.
it's all red.
It's a crazy. It's a crazy.
It's a cool synth.
Oh
Isn't it
my
like,
god!
I love
don't you have to, like,
I
get
love
really heavy in the menu diving with that one?
What's that?
Do you have to get heavy in the menu diving with that one?
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah,
you got that little
if you
red
really
LED
want it,
display.
yeah, if you really wanted to sing, you got to kind of menu dive. And with
Yeah.
all Roland's like smaller synths, like the SH4D, bro, it's like I got to menu dive on a 1-inch by 2-inch screen to really make the magic happen.
Yes. That's my only complaint about it.
But it's the same screen that's on the Juno X, bro. It is the exact same screen that they put on. Bro, my $2,000 synthesizer has the exact same screen interface with the exact parameters as my SH4D desktop.
I know. It's crazy.
You got the SH4D too?
Yeah, that was my second synthesizer.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you start buying synths?
January 5th of last year.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
So, yeah, January 5th of this year is my 1-year synth anniversary.
I'm sorry I interrupted, Jerry. You were saying you had the JDXD and you were listing your synths.
JDXA, Oberheim, the OB6.
Yeah.
The TE05. Because I'm an Oberheim fanatic.
It's good. It's a good synth, man.
I've got an Arturia Keylab controller for my
no shit, you got a
VSDs. Keylab Mark 61.
You gotta sell that fucking thing.
No, I like the 61 key one. I also, stupid me, I was planning to play out again. I bought that stupid 88 Keylab. I'm going to sell it.
You did buy fucking some modern synths, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
you sure fucking did. I wish you would have gotten the MPC Key 61 instead of
I know
the Panama 6, because I almost got, dude, and that shit, dude. Check this out. The 06 was $2,900, and I was getting ready to pull the trigger on it when it fucking came out, and the fucking MPC 61 was $1,599. And I was like back and forth, and then fucking literally Andy Mack, Anderson's, and everybody was like, dude, this is the workstation killer. This is like beating $5,000-$6,000 synthesizers.
Yeah.
You know, so I was just like, at that point, I was like, cancel my Phantom fucking 06 fucking order. I canceled it. And I got this motherfucker, and dude, the learning curve was like 90 days on it.
Yeah.
It was like 90 days. But once I got it down and I started figuring it out, I was like, okay, bet it's on. And dude, guess how much the fucking Phantom 06 is right now?
No clue.
It's the same price as the MPC 61.
Damn. See, I had it in my head I was going to play out again. I was
not even 3 years, bro, and it's the same price.
Damn.
It was double the price, bro, and now it's the same price.
See, I bought
Go
ahead.
What kind of music do you play, Jerry?
I love pretty much most anything, but most of my life it's been playing what we used to call top 40 back in the day. You know, modern hits of the radio. A lot of rock. I'm into, you know, the good thing about the bands I've been in is me and my guitar player. It's kind of funny, my whole band history. Out of all the musicians I played with in various bands, I realized one day I'm the only common denominator. I was the only guy that stayed through every fucking band through all those years. With my guitar player Mick came and went, and we brought in the rocker, and those were different eras, but it was always like top 40 music. Oh my God, Hall and Oates paid my gas and insurance. We played a ton of Hall and Oates stuff when they were popular in the 80s.
What state were you in doing this?
Pennsylvania, and then well, I left home in '85, and the guys I work with, they knew I played, and hooked up with a bass player, became very good friends with him, and all these guys are from IBM and different departments and stuff, and I met the one guy at a bar behind my place where I lived, and we got to talking, and he started talking band stuff, and yeah, let's get together, and we formed a band called Fourplay, Fourplay, up in Vermont. Yeah,
That's a very bar band name.
Here's something funny.
Yeah,
it was four of us. It was two keyboard players and a bass player and a drummer.
Whoa.
Okay, and the keyboard player, he was an auxiliary. I taught him hold this string note, play this part. So he wasn't.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was an auxiliary keyboard player, and
good.
He filled in.
Hey, this is great. It's great, bro. This is the track I'm on. I'm like, hey, bro, come in this room real quick. Press these two keys for 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's basically
count to 3, and then press these two keys again for 3 seconds.
But if I taught him the parts, he picked it up real quick. He was like, okay, and he'd play them, and I was like, okay, that's all I need. And then we added a guitar player and called ourselves Extended Foreplay. And that's when we started playing out. Bro. And I swear to God, I was up there. I was, 23 years old.
Legendary Extended Foreplay. What the fuck?
Extended Foreplay.
That's super progressive. That's super progressive in fucking, what is that, 1983?
Oh, because we were 5 guys. So we didn't want to change the name. So we just Foreplay, Extended Foreplay.
Dude, oh my God, a fucking brilliancy.
you know, the most fun part of my life, I'll never forget. We played at that bar, the backstage right behind I lived in a 3rd floor attic in this big fucking house. and we booked a job there. I swear to God, but a lot of it was my original music. I mean, we did a lot of 80s stuff. But the guys loved my original music. And that bar was filled to capacity. And the bathrooms were so backed up, I went outside to go take a piss. And I remember standing there by my car or whatever I had. And I'm looking up at the night sky, and up in Vermont in the winter, in the cold of winter, there's no light pollution. You look up, you see the whole universe.
All right.
And I'm standing there pissing. I'm going,
you're like, there's a galaxy in Orion's belt.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, and I'm looking at all these people in line standing outside in the cold, waiting to get in. And they're like, come on, Jared, get us in. Come in. And I'm out there pissing. I walked away. I had to be alone. I ain't waiting in line. I'm on break. And I remember standing there. Yeah, I had some beers. And I'm pissing, looking up at the sky. I said, the fuck am I doing? How did I get here? I said,
oh my goodness
this is fucking amazing. Standing room only, a line outside. I'm freezing my balls off, and we're playing my music as well as all the 80s stuff.
That's what life's about, right there.
Oh man, that was
that moment. That's what life's about.
and back home when I moved back to PA after all that, I went to Cleveland, then I moved back to PA, and me and my younger brother formed a band. And we used to go down and we used to land jobs at these bars, and it turns out they were biker bars, but they were the bikers. You became friends with the bikers, man. You play some Doobie Brothers and shit for them and some of that rock, man. They're like crying in their beers and hugging you. And don't you let everybody ever. Nobody will ever fuck with you guys.
Dude, it's super hard on the road, bro. They get pretty emotional, bro. You let them feelings out.
I know. Oh, my God. All the fun over the years. And that's what it's about, you know. And that's why people go, why don't you want to play out anymore? I said, well, one, my back's all fucked up. Two, I can't retain songs anymore. Three, I really don't like schedules. Four, I'm fucking old. I did my time. I had my
See,
fun.
that's where I am, you know. That's why I'm like, you know, throwing little samples and then making pre-made beats and then, you know, doing my own samples and shit because,
Yeah.
you know, I'm trying to be a one-man band. I don't have a drummer. I don't have a guitar, but you know, I am the guitar player, but unfortunately, the guitar player has to fucking. I don't have a fucking singer, so
Right.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, just the fact that I did that that TC loved, just the fact that I did that vocoder shit, I would have never done that without the JUNO. I would have never, you know, done that. And I was just venting, and it was fucking cool, and you know, whatever. I was playing in C and some vocoder, and you know, whatever, you know, the stepping stones. But at the end of the day, you know, I wouldn't be doing that shit without that.
No.
I'm not a singer, you know. I could play a few bass leads on you know the keyboard. I could play the guitar, but not as good as I used to because my fucking left hand is fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up, man. And so, you know, that's why I started playing the keys. I wanted, you know, I'm winding down, I'm getting older. I want to, you know, play music again like I did when I was younger. And I unfortunately can't play the guitar like I used to, you know, so,
Yeah.
you know, which I can still play some chords and stuff like that, but, you know, I can't like solo like I used to. It's just, sounds like shit.
No, I understand.
It's just my hands move too slow and my pinky and my ring finger doesn't move properly no more.
I know. I'm there, man. And you know, another thing that disappointed me moving here. Me and my brother talked for a year before I moved here. He said, "Yeah, we'll set up a place down at Jonathan, my nephew's house, and he's a guitar player." And he said, "We'll set our stuff up there, and we'll be like Daryl's house. We'll just, you know,
Like,
invite different musicians in and shit." Because you know, he knows a lot of musicians, and I know quite a few of them from playing here and just being friends of the family. And I said, "Yeah, that'd be cool." Well, then when I got here, he started saying, "Well, we can just go play wineries on Sunday afternoons. That way, you know, you're not staying up late at night, and the guys will help you move your equipment." So I bought the Phantom 06 because it's light, and I bought that stupid controller, that Mark 88, and I was just going to use VSTs and with Gig Performer, but you know, as time went on, he and I kind of just, for whatever reason, just I that's a whole nother story, but um, it never happened. And then I just realized, you know, I was offered a job to play, and I just said no. I was offered a job to run sound for one of the musicians here, and I couldn't do it because I was sick. I didn't want to let him down, and that's when I realized I didn't like commitments because at that time I never knew how I was going to feel when I woke up.
mm-hmm.
You know, one day I'd feel good, next day I wouldn't feel good. So I'm not going to let anyone down. I'd rather say no, I can't do it, with the possibility that I could, rather than saying yeah, I'll be there, and then go there and be sick and be miserable. That's not fun. That's not fun. So if there's no fun involved, why do it? Why disappoint people? So again, the whole thing is, I don't have to give up music. I just have to give up playing live. And again, I don't care. I've done my time. I had my fun, and now I can just go play music anytime I want and record it. And you know, that's the whole idea of the studio. And I've even got it so I have a headphone distribution amp. So these musicians, guitar players, can come in. They're gonna have to stand in my living room, but you know, the one guitar player is married to a very wonderful singer, and I'd like to have her come in and do some tracks
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, when everything's set up. But those are plans. But my plans are no more live. I'm done. So I'm going to be selling the live performance gear because I'm just not going to use it. My mind's made up. There's no use in fooling yourself. because it wouldn't be fun. It just wouldn't. If I was healthier and I had the energy and I knew I could be reliable to commit to band practice.
What about like just like occasional live jams online like what we're doing right now, like
Yeah,
just like
no, that's
you
that
know
that
I mean
absolutely.
that like just like just kicking it, you don't have to perform in front of like 500
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
just like
exactly.
you play some chords, I play some leads, I play some chords, you play some leads, just
I, I'm I'm totally into that.
that kind of live is the new live now,
It, it,
because
it, it,
people
and
would
it,
rather stay home and watch YouTube and watch a couple old guys like us do this and make a little magic happen for 15 seconds than go spend $200 on a concert that sucked with bad
yeah,
sound and bad PAs.
yes. And the thing is, you got to remember, you could just do it whenever you want, as opposed to you join a band. Well, you got to spend a night or two learning the songs for next
Jesus
week's practice,
Christ! I
and
can
you got to go to practice.
see
That's another night.
that's where just the thought of that, just the thought of regurgitating somebody else's shitty fucking music so I can fucking put a little no, I can't. I'm like Trent Reznor over here. It's like, what? I don't like your drums. I'm gonna make my drums, even though I don't know how. I don't like your
Yeah.
bass line, even though I don't know how to play bass.
And,
I'm gonna make my own bass line. Oh, fuck you. It's too much. And I'm not trying to be like a power freak. It's just like that in my art. I'm an artist. I'm a glass bro. I've been doing it for 30 years.
yes,
I've been an artist. So,
yes,
if I hear something or see something that doesn't jive with me, I'm like, no, this isn't part of the project.
right.
And it's like I've yet to find people. Dude, I've been trying to jam with people. I've been like, please jam with me, please. I want to fucking find some magic with somebody. But it's like
Yeah.
every time there's a little bit of magic, it's like, dude, like tripping over dicks and shit. It's like, what
I know.
the fuck?
I know.
Can't we just
I,
make music and get along?
and like I said, it's cool because you can just do it on a spot. There's no, like you said, there's no learning the songs and then going to band practice and practicing it with the band and lugging all that equipment. I just can't do it. I'm not going to do it.
Dude, that's
Um,
at our age. It's like, dude, when you're young and ambitious and you guys are all on a mission from God, like we're on a mission from God, like the Blue Brothers said. That's different. This is different. But bro, we ain't no spring chickens no more, bro.
no.
And bro, like, listen, I feel sorry for the people that are our age that are still roadies after fucking 30 years.
I mean, how do you
Oh
fucking
my
do that?
God, bro.
I'm amazed at people that are older than me that are still doing it. I'm like,
Roadies.
Jesus.
Think about you being roadies for 25 years. It's like, what in the world? And there's some professional roadies out that they literally just bring like 30 of their own guitars and keyboards and bed drums, and they just supply the band, and then the band they set it up, and the band just comes and plays on their own gear. It's like, what?
What's a roadie life like?
Oh my
Bro,
God.
lots
Could
of
you
coke,
imagine?
lots of coke and skanks.
There's got to be something. I'm gonna go grab a beer.
Yeah, lots of heavy lifestyle as far as like, drugs, alcohol. Man, Jerry's got 2 refrigerators in his kitchen. What a pimp. Dude, look at this guy. He's got 2 refrigerators in his fucking kitchen, this guy. He's like, wait a minute. I thought I had beer in here. What is he, out of beer, Unc? What are you, out of beer?
There's a rarity. I'm out of beer.
You're out of fucking beer, dude. I guess we're gonna have to
Oh,
fucking
I got a
close
little
this.
bit one here. Oh, there it is. I thought there it is. I had one sitting here. No, I'm out of beer. That's a rarity.
How much beer you got left right there sitting there?
Just this one. That's it.
Is it full?
Pretty much. It's already 12:04.
Yeah, well, you got to work in the morning, so we're gonna cut this off pretty soon. But
Yeah,
it was a good first test stream, even though I failed on my end, but it was still a good conversation.
No, man, don't feel you failed. I think we made a lot of progress
I
here.
think we did too, bro. I think we did.
You know, I know this was fun.
We're not like progressive like Lamar and Lamont are saying, you know, like we're gonna go kill people or anything. But I mean,
but
What?
you know what? I really don't want to get so big that people are expecting you to stream all the time or all that. You know, just keep it fun and keep it consistent. Of not consistent, but keep it kind of regular. You know, with your streams or live streams or whatever you're doing, and as long as it's fun and you're meeting new people and friends. I'm telling you, I think this is a new way of socializing because a lot of people don't want to leave the house. You get old, you don't want to leave the house.
yeah.
And, you know, just like I said, I don't want to date.
It's kind of strange. It's kind of strange because I've been socializing with friends for years. It's just I haven't been broadcasting it.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is very interesting and strange to me. It's like, so, you know, if you're with the right people, trust me, man, dude, I got some bone hard killers that I couldn't. I couldn't even. We couldn't even do a show, bro. I'd get canceled. My channel would get canceled in a night. Do what they saying and do it. I was just like, so, you know, if you get in the right zone and everybody's, you know, PC and everything, yeah, you could make some magic happen. But I mean, this is kind of new to me to broadcast us bullshitting and hanging out, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? It takes a lot of time, but it's a lot of fun.
There was some people interested in it tonight, though. I mean, there was, you know, we had like 6 people listening to our old asses fucking yapping.
Yeah. That's what I said. I think we made good progress. We worked through the bugs, and now I understand the flow between just YouTube Live, StreamYard, like Soar uses, if you want to join them, and that's what I set up for Sin Samurai's Kumatai 25.
Yeah,
fourth
when I popped edition. In, yeah, I was your second. I was your second. Sam was your first. Sam was your first, bro, dude. Having the panda be your first, what the fuck?
Can you believe that?
What kind of fucking legend are you, dude, to have panda as your first?
I know. I was getting ready to like shut it down. I'm like, okay, this is working.
This fucking guy pulls pandas first. I was like, this guy's a fucking straight ballin' legend, bro. Like, you pull panda on your first, and then instantly, like, you summon him like the bat signal. I was like, what in the world is going on here?
That's what I thought too. What the fuck is Panda doing here? I was getting ready to shut the test down.
Dude, I was like, holy moly. I was like, Panda drops in. I was like, your first guest on StreamYard is Panda. What in the world? Sam Jones. Sam just rolls in, big dick swinging.
I know. It was
Is
hilarious.
this Panda from the Symptoms of Reality?
Oh, yeah.
Dude. Have you ever listened to Panda's music?
Yeah, he's pretty intense, eh?
Dude, he's a great DJ, bro. He's a sample master. Hey, listen, my friends been calling me the sample master for the last 3 years, but this dude's, you know, got 2 turntables and a microphone, so, you know, I do all the shit with fucking the keyboards. But trust me, I'm literally thinking about getting 2 turntables. I'm thinking of dropping like 2 Gs, 2,500 on some turntables.
Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, but Panda Man.
Dude, the Panda Man, bro, was your first guest. Dude, you're such a legend, Doug. You're such a legend, bro.
What are the fucking chances? Like you said, you thought Elvis came into the room.
Bro, I could not believe it. Like, when I saw it pop up, I was like, Uncle Jerry, you're really on that fucking thing to where you're just going to pop a picture of Panda up on there? I was like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, and then Panda started talking. I was like, what in the
What the fuck?
How?
I know.
At Uncle Jerry's house.
I like how Marilyn calms him down. Hey, 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 no,
Dude, isn't
no.
that, dude? It's just, it's a niche, bro. It's
Because
dude, and they
they
always get
start
crazy.
going.
They get crazy on you and I. Like, and then they were talking about both of us. They're like, "Oh, dude, you see Paul and Uncle Jerry on the stream the other night?" He's like, "Yeah, Uncle Jerry, we're gonna jam. We're gonna make a band. We're gonna go out in the city and start killing people." And then she's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa."
I was laughing so hard.
Bro,
I was laughing
whoa.
so hard.
I was like, you guys are better comedians than you are goddamn musicians. I'll tell you that.
I know. I know.
You guys should be. You got fucking goddamn fucking tag team Weird Al and fucking yeah. You guys are the black tag team Weird Al motherfucking. I'm gonna conquer you and fucking destroy fucking the WCW and the WWE. I'm gonna fucking rule you motherfuckers. Dude, them boys are on it.
Oh man, they're so funny.
And dude, and the Mama Sore keeping the chickens at home to roost, man. It's like, it is beautiful, bro.
I like how she chimes in. She goes, "No, no,
I
no."
love that show. Dude, I love
Like,
that show, bro.
No,
so
Lamar.
much.
No, no. We're gonna mute you.
She's like, okay, I muted the monkeys. We can get on with business.
Yeah, I muted the monkeys. Oh man, I was laughing.
Shit,
you going
I wanted to be a bull, like, I wanted to be like a bull, coming on my show. They literally cloned me into a monkey, a drunken monkey. I can't even imagine when
monkey. Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna like be hiccuping on the couch with like this beer and shit. Even though I'm not like really that drunk. I mean, I can fucking hold my liquor. It's not like I'm like
I can't do.
I'm not.
Yeah, I can hold my liquor too, man.
I'm not.
Years of it.
At least I can fucking play some dirty fucking fingers while I'm lit, But it makes the fingers work better when you're lit. You know what I mean? You're a keyboard player,
yeah.
you know.
Well,
There's actually a perfect spot, like about 32 ounces of 7% beer. It puts me right in the sweet spot where I'm I'm like Joe Satriani. But then
I'm glad you called it that. There's a sweet spot.
There's a sweet spot.
There's a sweet spot. You don't want to go past it. That's why I switched to light beer, because I was drinking at Voodoo Rangers.
Yeah,
and I was missing the sweet spot.
Dude,
I went straight from I'm relaxed to I'm fucked up.
Yep.
And I went, no.
I was surprised you were drinking those Rangers too. I was like, God, Jerry's a goddamn beast. But now you got on these fucking light beers. I was like, yeah, see, there you go. But at least it's mostly water with some alcohol in it.
Well, and that's the thing. Because you know what? When I talk a lot, my voice, my throat gets dry. And I just love drinking beer. I do. So you can't drink Voodoo Rangers if you love drinking beer, because, you're just used to doing whatever you're doing and having a beer. Well, you need a light beer to do that if you're going to
do socially, if you're like, banging it out for 4 or 5 hours with your buddies and you're going to put fucking 20 back or 15 fucking pints back, you're going to, like Guinnesses, dude, that's detrimental to your health.
Yeah. Now, if I want to catch a buzz real quick and not drink too much, I'll drink a Voodoo Ranger or something, maybe a family get together, which probably ain't happening, but whatever. But no, I decided to come it because I like just having a beer. I just like having a beer. And you can't do that with Voodoo Rangers. Voodoo Rangers is you want to get fucked up. And
dude, that is all what that's about. That's about like my dog got ran over and my ex-girlfriend fucking broke up with me, and she don't want to talk to me, and it's like Voodoo Ranger, bro. So how about this, Jerry? I know you got to work in the morning, and I got to work in the morning, and we had a good stream, we had a good test stream.
Yeah.
So let's go out like this. You tell a joke, and I'll tell a joke.
Man, you're putting me on the spot. I haven't told a joke in a long time.
I haven't either.
I wasn't expecting. I used to tell jokes all the time.
I used to too.
I don't
Okay, so here I'm gonna tell a joke for everybody right here, as you know, and maybe it'll give you some inspiration. So, Joe Biden's car broke down when he was in the Senate, and he's walking down the highway, and he's holding his thumb out. And this big, you remember the old Wonder vans, the old big box vans that had the Wonder Bread. Yeah. So it's all primered out, right? And it pulls off to the side of the road. And he's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I need a ride." And he's like, "Okay, I'll give you a ride into town." So Joe Biden hops into the primered out Wonder van. They get about half a mile down the road, and there's all these chains and banging around and steel banging in the back of the van. And he's like, Joe Biden's like, "What the hell's going on back there?" And he's like, "Oh, that's just my pet monkey, Ralph." He's like, "Wow, you got a pet monkey?" He's like, "That's really cool, man." And he's like, "Yeah, of course I got." He's like, "Does he do any tricks?" And he's like, "Of course." He's like, "You want to see?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'd love to see some tricks." He's like, "Well, I'd have to pull over to show you. You know, it's not safe to do it." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Pull over. I want to meet your monkey and do some tricks." And then so they pull off to the side of the road, and fucking the driver says, "Hey, Ralph, come up here." And then the monkey hobbles up through the, up into the cab, and the driver punches the monkey as hard as he can in the mouth. And the monkey flies back and hits his head on the back of the truck, and then literally gets up and shakes it off, runs back to the driver, unbuttons his pants, and gives him a blowjob. And Joe Biden says, and Joe Biden says, "Wow, that was amazing." And then the driver says, "Do you want to try?" And then Joe Biden says, "Sure, just don't hit me as hard as you hit the monkey."
I had to listen for a while. That's a long, complicated joke. Mine are simpler. I grew up with Polish jokes, and I don't know. This is going to be stupid. How do you sink a Polish battleship?
I don't know.
Put it in the water.
Stupid as that's a good one. That was just as good as that fucking goddamn 2 minutes I just wasted everybody's life with.
Yeah, the Polish jokes are pretty short and simple. Oh my God, they used to be so popular, and me being 100% Polak, I just laugh. It's just like they're funny. Some people get offended by shit, but I'm like, yeah, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. You know.
Dude, what the fuck? Holy moly, bro. Holy moly.
I used to play taps for the VFW across the street from my house. I played trumpet. They'd sign me out of school once a week. I'd go play taps.
Jesus Christ. Are you still were you in the service?
No, I was just a kid in junior high, senior high. And they went to the band and said, "You got anybody to play trumpet?" And they recommended me. So they'd come sign me out of school once a week. And I'd go hang out with the guys at VFW, eat. You'd hang out with them while we were preparing to go. And the guys, they're all crazy.
Oh, yeah,
They're drinking beer and shit and then getting ready to go to this funeral or the cemetery and stuff. And I'd be sitting there listening to them guys all the time. And, I was a kid, and you just laugh. It was a great gig. I made $5 every time I went, got out of school, and hung out with these guys and got free food.
Yeah, it's great.
It was a great gig through junior high and high school. But I'll never forget the one guy. His name was Pete Smargy, and he was a comedian. He was funny. He thought he was funny or whatever. But he'd always tell jokes when you get together. And he goes, "Okay, guys," and you got to remember where I grew up. A lot of Polacks, Slovenians, and he said, "Hey guys," he says, "Jawornik, and his brother, I forget his name, Jaborznik and his brother Zito were two Polacks. We're driving them out down the mountain, and no, they were on a drive, and they come to this mountain. They started going downhill, but his brother was sleeping in the passenger side, and he said, and he lost his brakes. This is going to be stupid, but he said, "What would you do if you was going down that mountain, 150 miles an hour and no brakes?" He said, "Well, that's easy. I'd wake up my brother in the passenger seat." And he said, "What's he going to do?" He said, "Probably nothing, but he's never seen a big wreck before." Those are those old jokes, man. And you would just laugh your ass off. It's like he was funny. But yeah, I used to tell jokes all the time. I'm just
Dude, there was crazy jokes. There was like crazy jokes like in the 80s and 90s growing up.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, like just crazy. Like this dude.
Oh, absolutely.
This dude's like in the Bahamas. He's out on the beach and he's like fishing out on the beach in this resort. And he's on his honeymoon. And he's out there for 3 straight days. And the owner of the resort, he works there. He loves his hotel and he loves his customers. And he comes out on the beach and he's like, you know, you have a beautiful wife, you know, and you guys are on your honeymoon, I heard. He's like, yeah, we're on our honeymoon. He's like, and she's up there, and the whole time you've been fishing out here on this beach this whole time. You know, why aren't you in there, you know, kicking that can in? You know, why aren't you in there making love to your new wife? And it's like, you know, it's like, well, you know, I can't. She's got gonorrhea right now. And he's like, oh, dude, that's rough. He's like, well, can't you be romantic with her? He's like, you know, can't you like, you know, like get a blowjob or something? It's like, oh, she's got pyorrhea. He's like, what the fuck, bro? He's like, yeah. He's like, he's just contagious. He's like, well, how about the ass? Can you fuck her in the ass? He's like, no, I can't. She's got diarrhea. And the owner of the hotel's the one guy watching left. It's like the owner of the hotel says, "What'd you fucking marry this bitch for?" And he casts the line out and he goes, "Bzzz," and he says, "She's got great worms."
Oh.
That's the kind of fucking jokes in the 80s that we grew up with.
Oh my God, my back's hurting. Oh, my back hurts when I laugh too much. Double-edged sword. I'm happy, but it causes pain.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh shit. A lot of fun, man.
I hope you have a pillow on that chair that you're sitting on.
I don't. It's actually a very comfortable chair.
Yeah.
It's one of those I don't know what you call it.
Ergonomic.
And I love it. I love it. I really do.
All right.
I got the same one in my studio.
Yeah, it's comfortable for?
Yeah, I got the same one in the studio.
Nice.
And yeah, it's you have to have it. When you get older, you have to. Couple of things you learn when you get older. Number one, comfort. I mean, you want comfortable. You want your feet to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you want your back to be comfortable, and you know anything to like just make you comfortable. Because Lord knows you got enough aches and pains just from getting old. You know, and it's like,
dude, that's why I don't have a proper synthesizer rack, because you know what? I want to be comfortable. That's why this is just on a teeny desk.
Yeah, what the hell? That's all that matters. Because it really does matter. If you got to stretch and do all this stuff, I can't do that shit no more.
Yeah, you know. It's you start slowing down and not moving right,
and yeah, I'll be honest, it sucks because my mind. When you get old, you still think you're like 21 in your head, and you got all these things, but your body just says, "Man, no power." You got to understand. You got to understand. You're not 21 no more. And that's why I don't get up on ladders anymore. Just because some of the meds I'm on, I'm kind of uneasy.
Mm-hmm.
and when I go out in public, I use a cane. Not that I need it for my feet, but my feet are sore. But I use it for stability.
Yeah.
'Cause I've fallen quite a few times going to the doctor's office.
No, you can't.
Going to visit my mom.
That's not good, brother.
No, and this is when I was going through that mold poisoning stuff. But still to this day, I don't use it around the house. I walk normally.
You've earned a cane, dude. Like
when
Monopoly, man. It's a status quo at this point.
Yeah,
you use it for stability, but it's a fashion statement until you have to use it for stability.
Yeah, I'll never forget. I went out to I drove out to get my eye taken care of in Raleigh, and I didn't have a cane, and I had to park in this parking garage pretty far from where the medical facilities were. And
I tell you a story, but I gotta get out of here.
All right, bro. Have a great.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up, man. Thanks so much.
Hey, Twin Cities, thanks for stopping by, bro. Sorry.
Yeah,
for talking
thanks,
your
man.
ear off.
It's great to have you here.
Next time, just interject, man, if you want to talk.
Yeah.
Shut our all asses up real quick.
Yeah, glad you were here, man. Have a good night. Like I said, we're wrapping it now.
TC.
All right, take it easy, gentlemen.
All right, you too, man. Have a good night.
Yeah,
I'll save that story for another time. I'm getting tired too. It's time to go.
It is time to go, Unc. I got my beer finished. You got your beer finished.
Yep.
We had a nice test subject tonight, and
Hell yeah,
had a great conversation. And bro, appreciate talking with you, brother. And
same here, man. I loved it.
Dude, you're my big bro, and I appreciate you. And bro, I can't wait.
Same here.
I can't wait for us to jam together. So
yeah, we will, man. We will. Especially when I get things a little more situated, we definitely will. So, yeah, man, I appreciate this. This is again another unexpected great evening. I love it.
Hey, man, this is what it's all about, man. We're in the music community, and we're all like-minded people. And what better way, right?
Absolutely. I'm just loving it. I'm just loving it. So.
All right. YouTube, Uncle Jerry, you guys have a great night. And hey, man, I love you, brother. And I will see you.
Same here, man.
I will
love
see
you
you
too, brother.
soon, brother.
Man.
I'll see you sore tomorrow on your day.
I'll see you sore tomorrow.
Driving home tomorrow. I'll see you sore tomorrow, brother. See you.
I
then.
submitted a song, so I hope it's okay.
I better make something. All right, brother. Hey, you too, and Uncle Jerry, you're a legend, and absolutely love talking to you, bro. Had a great night.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, you are too, man. Thanks so much. You have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, brother.
Have a good night.